I know that kindness is the answer we're all looking for. I know that love could be the thing that opens any door. Maybe I've been naive before, but I'm not anymore. 'Cause I know that kindness is the answer we're all searching for. Who really, 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 really needs your love. Who really, 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 really needs your love. I'm begging you to be kind. I'm begging you to be kind. I'm begging you to be kind. I'm begging you to be kind, be kind, be kind. I know that everyone's got mountains that they're climbing on. Sometimes we throw in ropes, but mostly we just throw in stones. You know the world never changed for better when hate carries on. So stop throwing love away just to say that you're not wrong. What do you really need to let go? To see that someone really, 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 really needs your love. I'm begging you to be kind. I'm begging you to be kind, be kind, be kind. I'm begging you to be kind. I'm begging you to be kind, be kind, be kind. Oh, you gotta see yourself in the face of your brother. See your sister as you. Let's call it us and lay our lives down for one another and leave our pride for the truth. We gotta be the change. We gotta be the change. I'm begging you to be kind, be kind, be kind. Oh, I'm begging you to be kind, be kind, be kind. Oh, I'm begging you to be kind, be kind, be kind. I'm begging you to be kind, be kind, be kind. I'm begging you to be kind, 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 I'm begging you to. Oops, I took it off early. Sorry. The last the last verse, I accidentally paused it. Anyway, hold on one second, guys. I had to take my medicine. I did it again. I started and I forgot to take it. Okay. Is anybody out there? It looks like there's people watching. Nobody's commenting. Who's there? So I'm gonna do the live that I wanted to do last night or yesterday, and then I got sidetracked with the Crystal Rogers because I saw that new update. So I want to talk about Ruby and Jodi. And so did you guys see the new? There's a couple new things that came out. Hold on a second. Hey, Ashley Mendenhall. I'm okay, YouTube user. I'm just gonna try to do more lives to get my algorithm back up because most of the people that still watch me, even though I lost a lot of people, but most of the people that do are saying they're not getting notifications. So I'm figuring
And like some of my regulars are like, I'm not getting your notification. So I figured, hey, the more I'm just going to keep trying to do more lives and hopefully it'll get it up. I think a lot of it happened. Well, number one, everything that happened. And number two, when I got like last week or was it a week and a half ago where I got demonetized, which when you're not monetized, they will really stop like recommending your videos and stuff. Like I was watching videos on it when it happened to me and they're like, everybody that happened to said they watched their numbers go from like good to like zero, like nothing. So I think that kind of screwed it up. You did good, but it's not, there's a lot of people that it's still messed up. I think that plus when I took the long break and everything that happened, and I did lose a lot of people, but the people I do have that still watch, they're somehow it's not notifying them. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to try to do a little bit more lives and get it going again because I'm not giving up. Because I don't, my pre-records is not, I feel like that I'm going to keep doing those because I have like a bunch of files that I want to release, like the Courtney Clenny. I still have a bunch that I want to do with that case. I have another case of files. But I feel like to get the algorithm, I need to do lives. So for some reason, I don't know. I could be wrong. But I feel like this is going to be the one thing that helps me. Hey, Meezer Mom. What do you mean? Have regard for our time, please? I don't understand what that means, but okay. All right. So I put together a couple clips. Did you guys watch the what was it, Law and Crime or Court TV where Kevin's lawyer? Oh, good, YouTube user. Well, I have more coming out. And I might do hey Affluent Rabbit, I might do a live on that where we're gonna read the text this week. I think Thursday. We'll read the text between look, I have like this bump that I just saw. It's like swollen, my eye's swollen. I don't know what happened. You could see it like from a certain thing. It's like a big lump. Anyway, we're gonna read the text between Christian and Courtney. So I think I'm gonna do that on a live. So, but besides that, yeah, there's still gonna be more videos. I'm not done. I just try to do a couple lives here in between. Okay, so they caught Danelo too, though, guys. They caught him this morning. I did a quick update before my appointment this morning. They caught him, dude. Did you see those pictures? Like he's got like a bloody face. Did you guys happen to see those? I don't know if you guys been following that. I don't know. It's crazy. All right. So I put together like I'm trying to think what I want to start with first. There's that new one that Law and Crime came out with Kevin's lawyer, but I figure we could go over some other stuff. I took a couple clips from that hey Dina, from the Mormon podcast guy. The Mormon stories. I took some like interesting clips from when he interviewed the niece that I thought were interesting, and then she came on yet last night, and it was yesterday. She did a video with KUTV, which I was gonna play too. But hold on, first I'll do the clips that I took out that I thought were really some interesting stuff that she said about Jodi. So this is Jodi's niece. Hold on one second. Why is it not? Well, they have this, did they do something different here? Well, I haven't used StreamYards in forever. Now I was like, whoa, I'm used to Streamlabs. Okay. Yeah, here, let's play this. Just a couple clips and then we'll go to the newer one.
Insane beliefs, like, and she would, I know I mentioned this on like text, she would rationalize and validate these types.
Oh, real quick before I go into this. So coming up, so you guys please don't hate me. So I just got a YouTube policy update so right now if you do automatic ads, they put ads in like every couple minutes. So I always manually do it. And sometimes I don't, sometimes I always have mine on manual, and sometimes it gets like somehow it gets automatic and they just like interject them and I have to, but I'll always go in eventually. Like let's say for a live or something, I'm waiting for it to process. And sometimes, or like my regular video before I go in after it's like processed, sometimes they'll put in ads and it'll be like every couple minutes will be an ad. So I always manually go in to space out my ads because you don't need an ad every couple minutes. But just got a freaking email last week, the police, this update that they are not going to let us control where we put in the ads. So if you guys see like an increase in ads, that is just when that starts, I always try to make sure I go in, because if you let them do it, they put in so many, the automatic system, the YouTube system, they want ads in like every minute. Sometimes it's like not even a minute into your video and then another minute ad. They'll be like a ton. And if you ever saw that before in mine, it's because they it gets like switched off and then they do it and then I'll end up catching it. But they're not going to let us control some of the manual ads that we were able to place. Yeah. So like if you see that, I apologize when that comes, because I try to space them out, because you don't need an ad every minute. I know, but we won't have control over it whenever that starts. I forget when they said that was starting, maybe the beginning of the year. I have to see. But okay, let me play this.
Of behaviors through dreams and visions. She would have these dreams that like God came to her and told her that I had had an abortion. And so no matter what I said, I was a liar. And also she was convinced that every word that came out of my mouth was a lie. And that, gave her rationale to put duct tape on my mouth. And that's why I was always duct taped, because every word I said was a lie. And that needed to be like physically reiterated to show that as a reminder that everything I say is a lie. So everyone around me, my cousins, my cousins specifically, they were terrified of me. And like, I wasn't allowed to speak to my parents. I wasn't allowed to speak to anyone alone. And then like with the duct taping, I wasn't allowed to speak to anyone. So if I was at church and I wasn't duct taped and a church leader came in, because this happened, a church leader would come and be like, "Are you okay?" And I would have to just stare at them. Because she also had spies. She had people reporting back to her anything and everything that I did. So if I did talk to someone, she found out somehow. Like, the amount of paranoia and fear that I had, where it's like, I can't talk to anyone. And also people saw me duct taped. People saw that these things were going on. And other than like the few people that like went to Bishop and being like, "Hey, something's wrong," no one did anything. And I believe, because of the culture of the church, of this patriarchal familial setup, of like, my dad is the patriarch of our family, right? He's supposed to receive revelation for his family. And so if he is in support of something, it must be good. It must be because God gave him revelation that this is the right thing. And so it creates the system of not challenging things, and it disempowers especially women to not challenge anything and not voice anything. I was forced to sleep. I was sleeping at first in her. She had like a little sunroom off her bedroom. At first, I was sleeping on a love seat in there, and then it got worse where I was sleeping on the floor. And then she would make me sleep on her balcony in the middle of winter. This is like January, February in Utah. And she told my family that I was sleeping in like a really like high-end Sub-Zero type of sleeping bag. No, this was like a $5 Walmart brand sleeping bag. And the balcony that I slept on for a long time, it was one of those single balcony, like a single person, like just enough to walk out on. It wasn't like a big, so I couldn't even stretch out. It was so bad that I would fantasize about jumping off the balcony and breaking my legs or stabbing myself, because I was like, going to the hospital would be better than this. And when I went to the police, I told them, like, can you just arrest me? Because I was like, I would rather be in jail. Like, I will go commit a crime so you can arrest me so I can be out of Jodi's care. And then finally I ran away. I hitchhiked up to Salt Lake from Lehigh. And when I finally did run, I ran. And I remember I ran accidentally into the golf course, and the golf course is surrounded with a fence. And I had a full-blown panic attack when I realized that I was trapped, because as I was running, I thought the whole time, I was like, she's right behind me. She's right behind me. Any minute she's going to find me. She's right behind me. And I ran into the golf course, composed myself, started running again. I ended up sleeping in a church that night. I don't even remember where it was, somewhere around Lehigh. I walked for a long time though. And then the next morning, I stole a $5 bill and a $5 bill, a pen, and an ear warmer from one of the coats at the church. And I remember thinking, I'm going to write down the address so that I can mail this. I was overwhelmed with guilt of, like, I'm so evil. The day after I ran away the first time, so my aunt was making me run. She'd make me run sprints every night. And again, for the reason of making me so physically uncomfortable that I would confess to sins. And she'd have me do it for hours and hours. And outside in the winter, in the snow. And this one time in particular, I said no. And that was the day that I, like, walked away. I was like, no. And I turned around and she punched me in the back and knocked me down. And Jodi she's not tall, but she is sturdy. She is a powerful, like a powerhouse of a woman, very strong. And then I stayed out. So I sat down on the curb after that, walked over, and then she ended up going inside. I stayed outside and went to a neighbor's house. The neighbor didn't know what to do. Jodi found me, came in. Again, the neighbor was like, I don't want to tell her, but I have to because you're a minor and she has power of attorney and she's your guardian, and I can't lie to her. And the next morning at, like, actually that may have been after the police, after one of the times I ran away. I'm failing to remember which one was which. The next morning though, after I ran away, she pulled me out of bed by my hair, blindfolded me, tied my wrists, tied my legs, put me in the car, and just started driving. And I think we stopped at I'm assuming at a gas station. And at the gas station, she screamed at me to lay on the ground because I was manipulating people. If people could see me, I was manipulating them into thinking something was wrong. So I laid on the ground of her car, and she drove for what felt like hours into the mountains. And my other grandparents, not my dad's parents, but my mom's parents, parked. I found this out afterwards. Were parked at the base of the mountain to make sure I didn't run away. And she had me run up and down for 6 hours, up and down and up and down. And anything you feel in Jodi's world, if you're sick, if you feel like, if you're sad, if you're sick, it was like, oh, you're such a victim. You're such a little victim right now. And it was always like really, what's the word? Like, I can't think of the word, but it was always like poking, like contemptuous of, like, you poor little thing, you poor little victim. And if you're sick, it was like, yeah. And it was always just like, you're manipulating people. You're manipulating me right now. You're not sick. Do you have a fever? Are you throwing up? Then you're manipulating me. You're manipulating everyone around you to think that, to feel bad for you. You're such a victim. And she would constantly talk about, like, after I went to the cops, she would talk about how, oh no, this is even before I went to the cops, because when I did go to the cops, I was terrified that I was going to ruin her life, because that's what I did. She creates this narrative and this internalization in you to think that you are evil, to think that you are terrible, and that you deserve everything that's coming to you. And that she destroys your reputation with everyone around you. She separates everyone. No one's allowed to talk alone. So everyone distrusted me. Everyone thought I was deserving of all this, even though, like, like you were saying, these types of extreme punishments, you would think like, oh, this person is a heroin addict, or this person has extreme problems that need extreme solutions. And I would say that these types of things are always wrong, regardless of what's going on. But I wasn't. I was an angry teenager. And telling all of them, like she told one of my aunts, I found this out years later, she told one of my aunts that the reason she kept me outside in the snow was because she was afraid I was going to murder her in her sleep. She told my family that I was so evil that I was capable of murdering her in her sleep. And that's why she had to do it for self-protection.
I was curious, like, were you ever allowed to go home for like Thanksgiving or Christmas?
No.
Did you ever have a chance to like say, Mom and Dad, I'm being held hostage, help me, anything like that?
No.
You know?
I was never allowed to. I spoke to my family on the phone, my parents on the phone, maybe I think twice, in the presence of Jodi and my grandparents. And
This is, oh, I was on mute. I was saying hi, Brittany. I was on mute. I'm sorry. So this is just, I put like a little couple clips that I thought were interesting, the most like extreme parts that she talked about Jodi and that, because it was like, what, at 5? I was a really long interview. So I just clipped together like the most extreme things she said about Jodi. So it's almost over, but she did come on that channel KUTV. It was uploaded like a day ago, so we could watch that. It's a newer one. And then the one with Kevin's lawyer, that's pretty interesting. Did you guys see that? So Kevin, the husband, supposedly didn't know anything. He hasn't talked to the kids. Has not talked to the kids since they've been separated, because Ruby said it'd be best to work on their marriage. It's best if he didn't have contact with the kids. So he wanted it to work out or whatever. But he said he never thought or would have ever dreamed that she would be abusing them or whatever. But yeah, it is.
I think the second time it was also with the bishop. So I was never allowed to speak to anyone. I was never allowed any sort of communication with anyone. Never allowed to go home. Never allowed any of that. I mean, I wasn't even like, on my birthday, Jodi, no one said happy, and this is like, it sounds like in isolation, it sounds like such a trivial thing, but like no one gave me any attention on my birthday. And she then informed me, I know it's your birthday. You don't deserve any attention for it. Like you didn't earn it. You didn't earn the right to feel special. So no, holidays were not celebrated for me. I didn't receive presents. No.
That's messed up. Okay, so, man. And am I on mute? No, not on mute anymore. And then here's an article. We'll watch some clips of the long crime interview too, but I want to read this real quick to you guys. This is... I hate how... Do you guys have any idea how to make these videos when they come up on the side? It drives me freaking nuts. I don't know how to get them off, and I always end up clicking on them, and it's... Ugh. Anyway, so it says the estranged husband of Ruby Frank has broken his silence over his wife's arrest, saying that her co-defendant and fellow YouTuber Jodi Hildebrandt manipulated him and destroyed his family. Wait, hold on a second. Why have I been spelling her name with an I? Have I been spelling her name wrong? Oops. Why did I think her name was... I thought they used an I. Is it a Y? Oops. No. It is an I. Oh, they just spelled it wrong here. Okay. I was like, have I been spelling her name wrong the whole time? I guess who freaking cares anyway. Anyway, so YouTuber Jodi Hildebrandt manipulated him and destroyed his family. Kevin Frank, who shares 6 children with Miss Franke, started a YouTube channel with Miss Franke in 2015, documenting the everyday lives of their family, showcasing their strict parenting techniques and punishments, which garnered a lot of criticism online. Randy Kester, Mr. Frank's attorney, sat down with Law and Crime Sidebar podcast, revealing Mr. Franke's thoughts, feelings, and beliefs on the recent arrest of his estranged wife. Miss Franke was arrested on August 30th, according to Mr. Kester. She knew she was going to be after her 2 children were found with the wounds on their bodies. That's right. He also said that somehow she knew the cops were coming before, which I'm trying to figure that out. I'm trying to think, is it possible that maybe when she realized the kids were gone, when she realized her son got out and realized that, then that's when she texted her husband, because she's like, okay, he got out. I'm sure he went and, they're going to call the cops. I'm thinking it's something like that, because they said basically she texted her husband before the cops were called, saying, like, you need to get here. It's an emergency, or you need to start coming down this way. Like, she knew the cops were coming. But I think it's probably because she probably did it after she saw her son left. I'm guessing. I don't know. That's the only thing that makes sense, because otherwise, how the heck would she even know? But anyway, so it says Mr. Franke allegedly got a text from his wife that there was an emergency, but responded that he was working. Ms. Franke then told him he needed to call immediately, allegedly telling him on the phone that Mr. Franke needed to take care of their kids. Mr. Kester said his client told him, so basically she knew that she was going to jail. Like, the thing is that means she knew how bad, well, obviously she's not dumb, how bad the abuse is, that it was going to be so bad that she was going to be going to jail. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Lisa. Hey, Karina. Hey, Ashley. Oh, Brittany. I said hi to you guys. Okay. So Mr. Kester told Law and Crime that Mr. Franke said he didn't know his wife and kids had moved to Ivins, Utah, as at that point he was separated from his wife for 13 months and had no contact with his children during that time. Miss Franke allegedly told her husband that they both needed to work on their marriage, but that it would be better if he moved out and did not communicate with the children. The attorney relayed that his client said the dynamic of his and his wife's marriage completely changed when Miss Franke became business partners with Jodi Hildebrandt. The 2 women made videos on Connections Classroom, a therapy company providing relationship and parenting advice. She manipulated him in conjunction with Ruby, that she's kind of the spearhead toward essentially destroying his life and destroying his family, Mr. Kester said. We're hearing other information that she's done this to a number of families, and it wasn't until all this came to light that Kevin came to realize that his family had also been victimized by Jodi. Mr. Kester said to Law and Crime that Mr. Franke had nothing to do with nor knew about the CA that was impacting his children's lives. Emotionally, she was controlling him. Kevin never had any reason to believe that his children were being abused. And if he had even one inkling that his kids were being abused and that the separation wasn't for any other purpose than to figure out a way between him and Ruby to reunite their family, he would have been down there in 2 seconds, Mr. Kester said. If you read everything that's in the media, Kevin's getting raked over the coals, Kester told Law and Crime on the podcast. But what people don't understand is that he was trying to preserve his marriage. He was taking direction from her. She's the one who asked him to leave the house and indicated that in order for him to be able to get back together with her and to be a family, that she was requesting that he leave the home and that he had no contact, that he did not contact her or her children. She later told him that everything was blissful at home and it was so much better without him. Allegations were made about Miss Franke as early as 2020 with an online petition while her husband was still in the picture. Mr. Kester says those who suspect Mr. Franke of being involved in the abuse need to see this case as subjective to different parenting styles. Everybody says no one's ever written a perfect book on parenting. Kevin Franke has never been accused of physically abusing anyone, including his children, nor have there ever been any allegations that he was doing that. He doesn't condone that kind of thing. He's a good dad. He just simply does not condone physical violence or that kind of treatment of children or anyone. The attorney said that Mr. Kester is working on getting back custody of his younger children while his wife remains behind bars. He's consulting with professionals, Kester said. We're working in conjunction with the state of Utah through the juvenile court to take direction from them about what we feel would be necessary to heal his family and to try to figure out a way, if possible, to reunify the family. It says Mrs. Franke will be back in court on September 21st for a bail hearing. Actually, let me do. Hold on a second. Share my other screen. Oh, you know, when I have that up, let me play a couple of these videos that somebody uploaded. Some of the
goes, really? You're going to make me go to school with a bag for a backpack? And I said, oh, no, I'm not going to make you. If you want a backpack, you can take a backpack.
I shouldn't buy it myself.
In other words, I'm not buying it for you. You got money in your checking account. I know you do. He just wants to spend it all on crumble cookie and pizza. He goes, really? You're going to make me go to school? Julie just asked if she can go. Julie just asked if she can go.
Conversation.
What?
I want to get out of this conversation.
Oh no, this is an uncomfortable conversation we must have.
I'm not. Are you angry at me?
Let's sit, shall we? Julie just
I
asked.
wish I could see what the rest of that is. I wonder what.
But I think my rug
one
is totaled.
But aren't you glad it happened that way and not the other way around?
Well, it came off the tile, okay.
Well, I know, but aren't you glad?
I'm glad it came off the tile and
So
yeah. Okay, let's see what this one says.
Easy for them to do that. One-star review. Now, we've made it really easy for them to do that because we've been trying to make it really easy for you to give us a 5-star review. We've put the link on the bottom of every single post. So all you have to do is click the link and give us a 5-star review. That's as simple as it is.
For what?
You guys aren't doing it. I think we've had 5 people from the last time I asked, which was probably a month ago. 5 out of almost 9,000, 5 people give us a review. That's 5. And we've had probably 50 to 75 people give us 1-star reviews. So we started with a 5, and in 3 months, we're down to like a 2. Now, do I care about what?
Yeah, I bet you do care about. She's about to, like, yeah, I think you do care about it. I wish I could see the rest of some of these. They cut off right when I want, like, man, I want to see what they say. I wish the channel was still up. Oh, I better not do that. It has music. I don't know if that's going to be. Oh. Okay, so here is the newer. You know what? Good. I'm gonna play this while I go make my cup of coffee. So this they just uploaded this. Yes, this came out like a day ago. So I don't know when the interview was, but this is the niche. So I'm gonna go make a cup of coffee. I'll play this and then.
So the things that I experienced while living with Jodi, I experienced being tied. I experienced being duct taped. I experienced being blindfolded. I experienced severe isolation. I experienced.
Oh, wait, hold on. There's a longer version. Hold on. Let me do the longer one because, so it'll give me time to, it'll give me time to, go get my coffee. So here's the full one. That was just like a clip. All right. Oh, wait, no. This was out a couple days ago, actually. Why does it say 1 day ago? Never mind, because I actually watched this a couple days ago. I didn't realize it was the same one with that guy interviewing. But okay, I'm gonna play it and then.
When was the last time you either saw, spoke to, or in a way heard from Jodi? Has it been a long time?
It's been a long time. I think it was a family member's wedding, like probably over a decade ago.
You were also under her care at one point, right?
Yeah, I was left in her care when I was a teenager, for a little under a year.
Have you met Ruby before?
No, I've never met Ruby. This is the first time I've ever even heard of her. I have gone and watched at least some of her videos. They're very difficult to watch just for my own experience with that form of therapy or therapy. It's quite triggering, to be honest. So I've never met her, but the things that she is saying and regurgitating are very, very familiar to me. It's interesting to watch I understand this, but it's interesting to watch the world respond to her and kind of putting her at the forefront. And I understand that she's the mother of these children, and it makes sense. But the philosophies and the therapeutic modalities that she's using are Jodi's. And these are not new. These are not, this is a pattern that Jodi has been engaged with for at least 14 years. I don't know if there are other people that she's used these on, but she's definitely taught. I know that she teaches parents to use these types of therapies, as she would call them. So yeah, it's been a really interesting experience watching everyone focus on Ruby, and I understand why, but this is Jodi. These are Jodi's words. These are Jodi's ideas. These are over decades old. So yeah.
Is that why you've called Jodi the mastermind behind all of this?
Yes. That doesn't excuse Ruby's involvement and her perpetuating these beliefs and these systems, but Ruby didn't come up with this. Ruby obviously supports it and has used these on her children, but this is coming from Jodi.
In short, can you describe what you mean? Like, which practices are you talking about, just to make sure we're clear, because I know there's a lot out there. So which ones are you talking about that you've seen, that you're hearing about pertaining to her children, that you're familiar with too?
Sure, yeah. So the things that I experienced while living with Jodi, I experienced being tied, I experienced being duct taped, I experienced being blindfolded, I experienced severe isolation, I experienced severe emotional, spiritual, and psychological abuse. I experienced the being told I shouldn't be around other people, being told that I was dangerous to be around. People were afraid of me to the point where I was afraid of myself. I was physically, I was forced to sleep outside in the snow. I was, like I said, isolated for up to 12 hours a day. If someone spoke to me directly, if I wasn't wearing duct tape on my mouth, I had to just stare at them and not respond, because she also had systems of people that would report back to her if I broke any of these rules. And her whole thing, which is deeply, darkly ironic, is that everything stems from shame, and how horrible shame is, and that all of the reason, like all of mental illness, all tics, so like OCDs, addiction, everything stems from shame.
Do you want to say hi to Zeke? Hold on. Zeke, come here. Come here, buddy. Like, come here. I'm gonna get you. Here, and get your treat. Zeke, you want to say hi? Okay, hold on, puppy. Let's switch this to. Wait, hold on. How do you make the? Okay. There we go. Oh, he does. Buddy, say hi. Say hi. Bub. Oh, he doesn't want to. Okay, Bubba. Look. It's my boy. Okay. these settings all? Hold on. Okay, buddy, hold on. Give me 1 minute. The settings are all. Oh, so this one makes it bigger. I'm gonna check out all these. Oh, that's nothing. Okay. Well, I might have to get him a treat. It looks so bad, you guys. I look like I gotta take a shower. Ugh. Oh well. I wasn't gonna get on camera today, but I was like, you know what? Oh well, I don't care. Wait, why is my? Hold on a second. Oh, there we go. All right, I'm gonna press play. I'm gonna get him a treat.
Which is just horrifying because she is the greatest perpetuator of shame. She also, and this is like a very deep connection and why I chose to come forward to the media rather than just staying with the podcast. She accused me of being a sex addict. She accused me of being addicted to masturbation to the point where I wasn't allowed to, I mentioned this on the podcast, to the point where I wasn't allowed to use tampons. I never was allowed privacy unless I was isolated. So that included the bathroom. I was never allowed to have the door closed because she was convinced that I was just constantly masturbating. She was convinced that I was addicted to porn. I had never seen porn at that point in my life. I didn't even know that people with my anatomy could masturbate. Like I had no idea.
Hi, alibi.
Believed her because everything, like one, she used religion and God as a mode of control, and a mode to manipulate. And so I just believed all of these things. So her ability to convince you of these neuroticisms and these behaviors is, and I was a teenager. And so a child in that position of being told this over and over and over and over again, which I'm certain he was, stood no chance. She also.
Okay, so I'm gonna we'll watch the rest of this, but I'm gonna go back and forth since it's 18 minutes long. We'll like kind of watch it and talk a little, maybe go through an article and then watch some more of it. So you know how we were talking about how Jodi specialized in porn addiction or whatever. That's that Adam Stee guy came out. Other people are coming out saying how like even her like saying like, oh, you look at like one like magazine or whatever, and all of a sudden you have this addiction. That's her, and it's almost like I feel like she almost believes it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't know if she has to know she's manipulating too, but I feel like she maybe even manipulated herself or whatever. Like she believes that, like, I feel like she believes it. So for instance, with Adam coming out, like, oh, like if you look at it like once a month or whatever, all of a sudden I have this addiction. So I'm thinking that's how Ruby's son, he probably got caught maybe one time looking at it or something. It was just probably something that was so normal for a boy, growing up. And because everything is like so extreme and it's all like, oh, you can't look at it at all or you have an addiction, it probably turned into this thing that it's not. It probably was just this innocent thing that he got caught looking at it. And then maybe like with one of the kids, they were playing a game and it was just something where they thought it was inappropriate or something so stupid that they turn into like this big, oh my God, he's doing this to kids and he's got this addiction. And you know what I'm saying? And it's like, that was like Jodi's go-to. Everybody has that because we're like normal human beings with human urges and you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't mean you have an addiction if you look at that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like, because he was so young, but maybe he just, somehow came across it once or something and got, it could be something that small. And then the fact is, I don't know if she talked about this part yet, where she talks about how, or that might be on the first video. When I did the other clips, did we listen to the part where she talks about how Jodi says, like they're against, and I wasn't even thinking about that when I'm like, are her and Ruby in a relationship? And I wasn't even thinking that would be like a sin for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they're against that. So goes on to tell a story about how they were talking and she said something because she was like being blamed for like, you know, being gay or whatever. And so Jodi said something like, well, if I was in a same-sex relationship, mine would be like a deep, meaningful, like connection or whatever, or something like that. And she's like, the niece is like, yeah, duh, that's called being in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, so she's almost like making it like everybody else doing it, it's wrong. But if she were to do it with another woman, it would be okay because it would be meaningful and it would be love and it's like that's what everybody else is for the most part too when they're in a healthy relationship. It's like what the heck? I know Miss America, I'm sure it's made up, but I'm saying it probably stemmed from something so little. I forgot. Yeah, I can highlight comments. I'm on StreamYards. Yes, I almost forgot about that because I was used to Streamlabs. So cool. I'm gonna start putting up comments. But I'm saying it could have just stemmed from like him being caught with maybe just like a magazine that wasn't even porn, but it was just like a woman in a bathing suit or something so little is what I'm saying. It probably stemmed from something so little and turned into this thing where they like either knew. I don't say this is the part that I don't know for sure. Does Jodi believe this stuff? And this is the thing with Lori too. Remember, we talk about this a lot covering Lori Vallow. And I always ask people if I had them up on panel, do you think they believe what they're teaching? Or do they know that they're manipulating? And my opinion with Chad and Lori, Chad Daybell and Lori Vallow, I should say Lori Daybell, because I heard that, yeah, Vallow, they don't want her to use his, like, they don't let her have that name anymore. But anyway, so I heard, oh, hey, allegedly innocent. How are you? I heard that, or no, what am I saying? Oh, my opinion, I was always thinking that Lori may have really believed it, but Chad, I always felt knew he was manipulating. So Chad did it for control and power. My opinion, this is just my opinion. I have no idea. Nobody will know for sure, but I feel like Chad did it for like manipulation, power, control and stuff. So I feel like he purposely did it. His intent was to manipulate. And I don't believe that he really believed it, but I do believe that there's a chance that Lori did believe it. You know what I'm saying? So like she actually believed this crazy thoughts and she was manipulated by Chad. Not that it was all Chad's fault. I'm saying like Lori's just as much to blame, but that's just how I looked at it. I could be totally wrong. But as far as Jodi now, does Jodi know? Does she really believe this stuff? Because there are some people with just messed up ways of thinking. So you might look at it like, oh, they know for sure. They're just like manipulating, but they might really just have this whacked out way of believing and really believe it. I don't know. We never really know for sure, right? What do you guys think? Hey, just Debbie. Austin, what up? I'm good. Allegedly innocent. I'm glad. How are you? It's nice to see ya. I missed ya. Spicy lady, what's up? Jamie, it was the Crystal Rogers. Is that what you're talking about? I was covering the interrogations. I have one more to do where I know I'm talking about a million different cases, but the Crystal Rogers case where they just they connected that new guy with possibly Crystal's boyfriend. There's one more I have to come out where the brother, the cop brother, Nick Hauk, they tell him how he failed the polygraph because he failed and then he got fired because he failed. That's why he got fired, basically. Anyway, one vote for the whacked out choice. Yeah, okay. It's crazy. So allegedly innocent. You were following the Vallow Daybell case. So do you think that? My opinion on that? Do you think that's right or not? That Chad knew and Lori really believed him, and Lori's manipulated, even though Lori had really bad things she did. But I'm saying, like, I feel like she did really believe Chad's crap. Like, I felt like she did, but. Okay, so we'll finish listening to this throughout the live. I'm gonna bring up a couple articles that I was gonna show yesterday, but I did that other live instead. So hold on. Oh wait, I have the wrong. Hold on 1 second. I just have to bring one more up. Oh shoot. Oh well. I lost one of them, but we could just look at the other two. Somehow I did a different one. But anyway, so Jodi Hildebrandt's niece says she abused them as a teen and would tie them up in duct tape. Oh, this is over their mouth. That's right. I was going to go over this along with to see if they had anything different in the video. Yeah, so this basically is what we're watching now. She was told she was dangerous to be around. Yeah, I was dangerous to be around, just like they're telling Ruby's son. They're saying he's dangerous to be around. That's why they had to tie him up. It's the same freaking crap. So we know like her parenting methods before Jodi were kind of messed up, but probably didn't fall under the line of abuse, like legally. I'm thinking, what do you guys think? I don't know. I mean, my opinion, they probably wouldn't be legally abusive, but then when she teamed up with Jodi, then it started being like crossing the line. What do you guys think? Do you think before Jodi that could have been like a legally type thing where she could have got legally in trouble for what she was doing? I was saying, what do you think? They caught Danelo. That was the first thing I woke up to. I had a 10 o'clock appointment, so I was up early. I wanted to do the press conference, but it was at 9:30. I couldn't. So I wake up and somehow popped up on my phone that they caught him. What do you think about that? Did you see some of those pictures and stuff of him? And then here's that one about she was moved into medical block. And then I heard that she's back into, regular cell now, and Jodi had a life-threatening health issue, which I already did a video on that. But it does say that Hildebrandt she experienced a life-threatening medical issue where she was hospitalized for several days. Yeah, so Franke was moved to a medical block, but then she returned back to the holding cell or whatever. All right, hold on 1 second. Let me bring up. Hold on a second. Real quick. I know this isn't what we're talking about right now, but let's just look at have you guys seen the footage from when they captured him? See if there's anything. So dog bite confirmed. This incredible canine bit him. So this is I just brought up Danelo Cavalcante. I was gonna do a quick little update with this. Canine bit him while he was trying to escape after being caught hiding in a shed with his rifle. Give that dog some publicity, a ton of treats. But there's this other look. I hope they release the body cam footage. You think they will? So this is a closer look at the pile of logs where he hid behind a John Deere store off of Route 100 in South Coventry. So he hid behind here, and then I wanted to find just that one picture real quick. Ooh. Yeah, they are. Yeah, it was like 8:18. I had a screen record of when the scanner said they caught him, that he's been captured. I'm trying to find that one. Actually, oh look, they're like all taking a picture, like a picture with them. Yeah, you would think it took how many hundreds of men to catch one freaking guy. Oh, I better I didn't realize that was Fox. Yeah. Hold on, I want to try to. Ooh, this is a good pick. Wonder what he's gonna get. Well, he was gonna be doing life in prison anyway. I was gonna say he's gonna get an extra charge. He'll definitely get another charge, but he was gonna do it. I mean, it's not like he was gonna get out anyway. Yeah. Wow. I haven't been following it like you guys, so this is probably like a huge thing that everybody that's been following it every day. I haven't until last. You guys got me hooked yesterday, but now only one day to follow it. But I'm glad they captured him. I'm trying to find that one. Hold on, give me 1 minute. We'll go back to the Jodi and Ruby. I just wanted to try to find that one picture. Wait, is this the one where there's a video where like it shows them ripping off his shirt. There, this one. Hero. Whoa, what's this from? Oh. Everybody's cheering. I don't have the audio shared. But they're all just cheering. I could bring it up on this one so I could share the audio, but it's just cheering. Oh, there it is. But there's a clearer one that I have with the blood on his face. So they had like a heat signature or whatever that they detected and they followed last night. 1:15. They were close to where his heat signature was detected around 1:15 a.m. this morning. They cleared the house in the wee hours in the morning and found him hiding at a nearby business around 6 hours later, hiding in a woodpile. Oh, there it is. Look at that. That's almost looks like one of those haunted house pictures or like a horror movie picture, man. So yeah, good job, dog. Dogs are the best. So that's about it because I'm sure they will release the body cam. I'll be looking for it. Let me know if anybody sees it, email me. I'll try to request it, but I don't know. That's what he was hiding behind that wood pile right there. I was saying, were you up at like this morning following it? Wait, I am on Mullen Hollow. I called the tip line and they said to send the video to them, and I did. I don't know what else to do about it. I'm having a full-blown panic attack. Oh, what's this? Somebody's surveillance. Hold on. Is that a gunshot? Hold on. Let me pull it up on the other one so we can have some audio. It sounded like there was a gunshot. Oh, here's the victims. I was trying to find the information on the murder and stuff. So in the case, so here's the case that he was arrested for. So they were dispatched at the 300 block of Pauline Pauline Road for a domestic disturbance around 4:15 p.m. When they arrived, they found Brandeo on the ground outside the home, there with multiple stab wounds into the chest. Investigators later learned that Brandeo's 7-year-old daughter and 3-year-old son were outside with their mother when Cavalcante, who the children recognized as her ex-boyfriend, arrived in a car. The young girl told police that Cavalcante grabbed Brandeo's hair, yanking her to the ground, and appeared to pull 2 knives from a bag he had behind his back. Wow. Saying he was going to do something bad to their lives. Wow. He threatened to kill Brandeo, then got on top of her and stabbed her over a dozen times in the chest. Wow. Man. During the struggle, Brandeo was able to tell the girl to get help. And the child ran to a neighbor's house where the neighbor called 911. Cavalcante fled the scene before police arrived. When police investigators showed the girl a photo of Cavalcante, she quickly identified him as the person who stabbed her mother. That's him. That's the guy that killed my mom. The complaint quotes her as saying, "Please get him and put him in prison." Wow. Dang. All right. So let's see if I could find any. Oh, that's right. I have that one. Hold on 1 second. So how's everybody doing today? What is today? Wednesday? You guys having a good day? All right, I'm gonna play. Here is it has like another quick clip of Ruby sitting down.
Even before her arrest, Ruby Franke's social media videos providing strict parenting advice garnered a large following, but also raised eyebrows.
Up until now, I was really hoping that like keeping them home from school and wiping the floorboards would like really bring pain.
Some followers first expressed concerns 3 years ago with an online petition calling for an investigation into Franke.
I told the kids, I said, I'm not even going to let you eat breakfast until you get your chores done.
Now, the 41-year-old mother of 6 is facing criminal charges. She and Jodi Hildebrandt, who owns a relationship counseling business, are accused of abusing and starving 2 of Franke's young children.
The fact that these are charges related to felonies, not misdemeanors, goes to the idea that we're talking about serious physical harm to the children.
The charges were filed after police said Franke's 12-year-old son climbed out the window of Hildebrandt's home and ran to a nearby house asking for food and water. The neighbor called 911.
I think he's been detained. He's obviously covered in wounds.
Authorities say the juvenile appeared to be emaciated and malnourished with open wounds and duct tape around the extremities. When police searched Hildebrandt's home, they say they also found Franke's 10-year-old daughter in a similar physical condition of malnourishment. On Friday, Franke and Hildebrandt appeared via video before a judge who ordered them to remain jailed without bail.
Have you received a copy of the information in this case?
Yes.
The 2 defendants said little and did not enter a plea. Carter Evans, CBS News.
And 1 second. Hold on 1 second. I'm seeing if oh, here's a quote. Here, let me share this. So I'm in one of the Facebook groups for this case. So this says Jennifer. Wait, hold on. Let me make sure. Okay. Jennifer said that Ruby. Here, I'll make it a little bit bigger. That Ruby and Kevin's oldest child, Sherry, 20, came to her and said she wasn't allowed to speak to her father. Sherry told us that Kevin was kicked out last July 2022. At the time, we never knew about Jodi and the influence she would have on the family. At the time, Sherry told us, my dad won't talk to me. He wouldn't take phone calls, answer emails, etc. Probably because Ruby told, no, you can't, you're not allowed to, or the marriage, you know, we're not going to get back together. I'm sure that's what it was. Hey, Jamie. Hey, but what is her name? But wait. But Typhoid ass, how to say your name? Why can't I figure that out? But if disaster 55 something. Anyway, okay, so at the time, Sherry told us my dad won't talk to me. He wouldn't take phone calls or answer my emails. She continued telling Jennifer, my dad thinks he's a horrible person. They, Ruby and Jodi, have him brainwashed, believing he is a bad person. Sherry tried contacting her father after he moved out, but he blocked everyone on social media, his cell phone, and email. Wow. I feel bad for Kevin. He's like almost brainwashed. I feel sorry for him. I've known Kevin since he was 11 years old. He's a good guy. Ruby and Jodi brainwashed him into moving out and abandoning his family. After Ruby was arrested, my husband called Kevin and told him if he needed anything to let him know. Kevin responded by saying, gaslighting is real. This is messed up. Wow. Here, let's see what this one says. Jennifer said she heard at some point Ruby and Kevin started to go to Jodi and her company for marriage counseling. It was a cult. Kevin was in a men's group at Connections. He had a checklist of what he needed to do to be better. And if you did, they would praise you, and if you didn't, they would chastise you. When Jodi moved into the family Springville marital home, one of the first things she did was separate Ruby and Kevin. It was almost like the movie War of the Roses. Hey, Courtney. Oh, beautiful. Okay, beautiful disaster. Ah, nice. Okay. I said like butt full. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I like the name. Gaily, what's up, Gaily? Ruby was living on one side of the house and Kevin was living on the other. Kevin couldn't talk to Ruby unless Jodi was present. Dude, that's so messed up. Kevin moved out last July 2022. He lived in a townhouse near the family home where he had a minder. Wait. He moved out. He lived in a townhouse near the family home where he had a minder from Connections that would stay with him at the townhouse and watch over him. What's a minder? Is that some term? I never even knew I don't know what a minder, huh? Zeke, I just had him here, Jamie. He's out there with my grandma. So he had somebody watching over him. This is messed up. Somebody UTV, Franke, husband on abuse claims. Kevin is a great guy caught up in a huge firestorm. He has never condoned or perpetuated physical abuse upon anyone, in particular his own children or his children, ever. He was horrified and saddened when he found out about the incomprehensible events in Ivan's at Jodi Hildebrandt's residence. Let's see if there's anything else. That was kind of interesting. What she said. All right, so I read this, I read that. What is what's this? Oh, the jail bookings, aggravated CA, intentionally or knowingly. Jodi and Ruby. All right, let's see what this says. Oh, that's what they were charged with. 6 counts of aggravated CA. Held without bond. Okay. Let's see what this says. According to court documents, Franke requested a lawyer and did not speak with officers. She was taken into custody in Springville Wednesday night while Hildebrandt was arrested a few minutes earlier in Ivins. Police said that Utah Division of Child and Family Services has taken 4 of Franke's children into their custody, 2 of whom have not spoken with officers. Okay. Oh, wait, I wanna find that. The sister-in-law? I'm nervous with that. Hold on, let's find it. The sister-in-law. That would be, let's see if we could find an article, but I wanna see. Hold on, let me just see what else though. Hold on, I will listen to that. I just wanted to see. Oh, it is. Okay. This is Ruby's sister. Hmm. Oh. Wait, you guys can't hear that, can you? I just realized you guys can't hear. Shoot, hold on. I'm sorry. I have to share it a different way. I'm so sorry. Oh, hold on. I'll bring it up on my other thing. This is why I've been using Streamlabs, because this stupid thing, until I get a new computer, this workaround glitch thing that I got it going on, it makes this issue where I have to go. And it looks like everybody like, oh, you take forever or whatever, but it's because I have to re-upload. It's hard to explain if you're not familiar with it, but it makes me have to do this every time. It's so annoying. But okay. So I forgot because I've been using Streamlabs. Okay, let me bring it up on this computer. I'll just watch it over. So this is Ruby's sister. Okay.
Possible video to make. I know that my words will be used against me. I also know that my words may help people understand me a little. I can only speak for myself, and I will only be speaking for myself, other than has asked us not to speak on certain topics that I will not be touching on. What my family and I have gone through the last couple of weeks is the worst thing that has ever happened to us. I spent the first week in complete shock, where I felt my body and my mind and my emotions were completely paralyzed because of the just absolute shock of all of this. The more I
Okay, give me 1 second. I'm going to continue over on this one. All right, 1 second, guys. Okay. Now you should be able to hear it on this now. Let me
the
know.
more I learn my feelings,
They do
are
sound
turning
alike
more to
YouTuber
anger.
a lot.
I am
Can you hear
mad.
now?
I am mad at what has happened. I am beyond disgusted, and I feel like it makes me
You could
tremble.
hear, right?
It makes me tremble because
I'm gonna
it is unheard of. It is truly, it's truly unbelievable. Something that I pride myself on, something that I enjoy doing is being transparent. And I cannot be fully transparent with certain aspects of this. And if you don't understand that, then you don't understand how the system works. The first thing that I want to say is that we have kept quiet for 3 years on the topic of our sister Ruby and Jodi and Kevin and connections. That is what we have stayed quiet about. We did not know what they were doing because, like we said, we were cut off. We did not have access to anyone. My thoughts towards Ruby and Jodi and Kevin and connections is that it was all bullcrap. It was complete indoctrination of this thing that they created. I don't agree with how extreme they are on everything. I knew they were weird. I knew that they were off. Those are the things that we kept quiet about, because what was I going to say? What was I going to do? I was not going to come out and publicly say that I don't like my sister and I don't like what she's doing and I think she's weird. That is what we kept quiet about. It wasn't until about a year ago when we were able to reconnect with Sherry. Again, we kept that quiet. We never came out and said anything. You guys saw us together, and those were little glimpses when Sherry was ready to allow us to show those glimpses with her permission. And it was then that we were learning slowly bits and pieces of more. And that's where the part of behind the scenes, we did everything that we could. We did everything legally that we could do. And for those that were saying that they'd go in and bust down doors and do whatever it took to end up in jail, because from jail, I can't do anything. So I still stand by what I said, is that I did everything that I could with the knowledge that I had and within the legal rights to Ruby and Kevin. The one person that could have done something within his legal right was Kevin. We had zero contact with him. It was Kevin's job to check in on things, and he did not.
I found that article, by the way, that we were watching that TikTok with the sister-in-law and stuff. So we'll read that after this with the sister-in-law and stuff. Okay. So anyway, okay, what's she saying here? That it sounds like she's going to go on to, blame Kevin, not blame him, but I mean that he basically didn't do anything to stop it. I don't know. I mean, do you guys think that it's really, he was one of those people that basically was controlled in the relationship where he just wanted his wife back, so he just was going to do anything to save the marriage, so he didn't interfere. He let her just, okay, yeah, I trust you. I won't contact with the kids. But see, I feel like that's not a good enough excuse because you're their father. Like, you have a right to see your kids. And the fact that she was using that and saying, no, don't talk to the kids, and then maybe there's a chance we get back together or whatever, that is just so messed up. legally he would have had a right to see him if he would have done something about it. But then he was afraid of losing her as a wife, which he was gonna. I mean, he did anyway. You know, man.
So when I say that Ruby and Kevin and Jodi and Connections have been destroying our lives offline for the last 3 years, that is exactly what they've been doing, causing turmoil within our family. We would talk in circles because nothing made sense. Nothing made sense of what they were saying, of what they were doing. And it was off the wall. We couldn't make sense of what they were doing and why. And this is where my anger comes in. Their actions have cast the worst light on me, on other members of our family. And I have decided that I am no longer allowing them to have any control over what I do. I didn't post because I physically couldn't. I physically could not turn my camera on. I physically could not come up with a structured thought in my mind. I felt completely out of my mind. This has hurt every single person in our family. And watching it hurt my husband makes me mad. I have stood by Joel's side.
Wait. Well, I missed it. I missed what she said. YouTuber, you said that's what you're angry about? What did she say? I was reading something on my phone. What is she getting all upset about? Let me see. I'll just rewind it like a couple.
And it's Joel's side of me in my mind. Could not come up with a structured thought in my mind. I felt completely out of my mind. This has hurt every single person in our family. And watching it hurt my husband makes me mad. I have stood by Joel's side, building our home, and it sounds incredibly selfish to, given all the facts, be thinking of our house. But also, I have watched him put his heart and soul and every waking minute for the last couple of years.
As soon as she said soul.
And I will not allow Ruby and Kevin and Jodi and Connections to take away one more thing. And so we wake up in the morning, we take our kids to school, and we come and we work on the house. And in the meantime and in between, we do everything that we can to be involved. But there is only so much that we're allowed to do.
Look at some of these settings.
So you better believe that for my husband, we will push forward. We will move on. Not because it feels good in any way. It feels horrible. It feels horrible coming into the house and working on things and even thinking of anything else, all while every news outlet, every national news outlet, people coming out of the woodworks making claims that are just so beyond ridiculous that there is no comment. It is so stupid that there is no comment.
Wait. Do you think she's talking about the making claims, like media making claims? Do you think she's talking about that interview that Law and Crime had, right? Because it has to be, because all the other claims she's agreeing that Ruby, what they did, right? So I'm thinking she's probably talking about that interview with the cousin that was blurred out and that said it was like a generational thing, and he almost like basically insinuated that their mother did it to them, right? The person didn't say for sure, but the way they were like giving hints, because he wouldn't say who he was, how like what cousin they were. But if you read in between the lines, they were trying to say that it would be like first cousins, and it would be their parents doing it, right? So I think that's what she's talking. I'm guessing that's what she's talking about. Do you guys think that?
3 years ago, Ruby and Kevin cut our family off, and eventually they cut Kevin's family off as well. And I thought that was going to end my mom. She literally had a heart attack. She went into kidney failure. Her body was shutting down because it broke her. So you can only imagine what she is going through now, how we are all feeling now. And I'll only speak for myself, but Ruby and Kevin are not where my concern lies anymore. So it is difficult to have the blame put on us when these are not the actions of us. These are not the actions that we did. And I get people wanting to put blame somewhere. I do. They want to blame someone. There's only one person that could have helped, and he didn't. What he was doing all that time when him and Ruby were separated is beyond me. I will not let Ruby and Kevin and connections and Jodi take one more thing away from me. So you better believe I will continue to post, because if that is what tiny control I have left, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take control and do what I feel. It doesn't feel good to not know what's ahead. That is not a comforting feeling. I'm not even trying to find comfort at this point. I am focused on putting one foot in front of the other, 1 hour at a time, not even a day at a time, 1 hour at a time. I am focusing on what I can control, which is the environment that I have for my children. And that is the only thing that gets me up and out of bed every day, is my 4 children. So I will continue doing what I have always done, which is putting my kids and Joel first and helping in any way that I possibly can outside of that. I am not my sister. I am not my sister's mistakes.
Okay. What do you guys think? Oh, wait. Ruby's mom's nephew. Wait. Oh, okay. So that would make sense. So Ruby's mom's nephew. Okay, yeah, because then that would be it would be like his mom would be one of Ruby's mom's siblings. So they're saying he's okay. So that means they're saying that Ruby's mom and the siblings, their brothers and sisters, their mom, right? Their mom did it too. And then, so, but don't you think that's what she's talking about when she says that it's not the stuff that's not true? Thanks. I didn't know, YouTube user, who that was supposedly. Okay, that makes sense. I was thinking it was like a generation lower, but not lower, but like younger, but okay, same thing though. I mean, it's the same, not same thing, but it's the same accusations or insinuation that it was that their parents did it too. So, this shirt. All right, so yeah, it's not sure if it's, but yeah, huh. Well, thanks. All right, so let's look at that article that one second. Ooh, hold on. I want to see if how many, so she has, whoa, dude, I just noticed how many subscribers. Ruby's sister has 1.4 million subs. Who was the first? Was it Ruby? Was made it big first, and then you know how like then the family sometimes does it, and then they like basically get the subs because of their family member, or who started it? Was it 8 Passenger that was big first? And why I can't, you guys, it won't show me my subs. I can't, it's not showing how many, like I usually have a sub count, or not a sub, my viewers. It's Is any it doesn't show anybody. It disappeared. That's weird. I like to be able to see, but it's not letting me see for some reason. Shoot. Okay, so okay. Hey, Erica. All right, I am going to exit out of that. Let's go to that article that TikTok person was talking about. All right, I haven't read it yet. It's the Daily Mail. No, no, no. I don't want that. I want it like, no, like that. There we go. All right. All these ads. All right, so exclusive YouTuber mom Ruby Frankie's family says she should be put away forever if convicted of CA, and her SA allegations against her children are lies. Let's see. The family of YouTuber mom Ruby Frankie says, the same thing basically right here. After one of her sons was discovered with open wounds and duct tape on their limbs. Speaking exclusively to Daily Mail was Ruby's sister-in-law, Cynthia, and Jennifer Franke. So sister-in-law. So would that be, I'm trying to think. So it could be, so I'm wondering, would it be Kevin's sisters? Does Ruby have any brothers? I think she has one, right? Does anybody know? So, because wouldn't it be like, this might sound so stupid, but if you had, hold on, let me try to put it in my like personal, like if I have, okay, yeah, I have yeah, because it could also be her brother's, wait, how would that work? Her brother's wife too, right? A sister-in-law could be from both sides. Am I looking? Don't make fun of me. I'm trying to figure this out. So you could be a sister-in-law, so it could be her brother's wives, or it could be her husband's sister, right? Wouldn't that both be a sister-in-law, or am I stupid? I know for sure a sister-in-law is going to be her husband's sisters, but I think that's who this is, right? Anyway, let's read it here. Not sure if it's, yeah. So sister-in-law Cynthia and Jennifer Franke say they believe, so her two sister-in-laws say they believe the abuse allegations against the mother of six and say they are shocked and sickened. It'll probably, hopefully as we read it, it'll be clear on who this is. Because I think it's important to understand, is this coming from her family? Kinda. I mean, either way, it's not blood, but is this coming from like her side or is it coming from his family? But I think she only has one brother. So if that's the case, then this is probably his sisters, because they're saying two. And if she only has one brother, then she only has potentially one sister-in-law on that side, right? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Link Wilts. Okay. But I don't, yeah, she does have one brother. So yeah, unless if he had two wives, or if he had like an ex-wife, is she still called a sister-in-law? But yeah, so this is his, you guys are saying this is Kevin's sisters. Okay. So they say that they are shocked and sickened. Last week, Frankie 41 made astonishing claims during a court hearing that one of her minor children SA'd one of their siblings and other children. I don't know what to believe from her. I think she's lying, Cynthia said. She's putting the blame on her two kids to validate what she did to her children. At this point, I think she'll say anything to save herself. So this is the two sister-in-laws. Speaking exclusively, so we have Ruby's sister-in-law to the left is Cynthia and Jennifer to the right. Okay, so yeah, because Frankie, so let's see. Cynthia, who is the wife of, oh, there we go. Wait, what? That's where. Oh yeah, yeah. So it goes on to explain it. So yep, it is Kevin's sisters. Um, so Cynthia, who's the wife of Ruby's husband, Kevin's older brother Alan, or it could be his sister, his brother's wife. Yeah, I'm probably confusing you guys, but you guys know. I'm the only silly one over here that's confused, but I'm not confused. I get it now. I just didn't know which side. So they're saying that we had no idea what was going on in the family. I don't think she should get out on bail. I do believe the allegations against her. After all of this, she should be put away forever if convicted. Jennifer Franke, 42, who is married to Kevin's brother Aaron, said Ruby isn't really my cup of tea. I've never really liked her from day one. She's always thought that she was better than anyone she's around. Now, I don't think she should be put away forever. It's not like a life sentence type thing. But I do think that she shouldn't have like a custody of her kids. Only super like when she does serve her time, whatever the charges are. If her kids are still minors, like I don't think she should ever be able to have custody of her kids, or like she should have supervised visitations and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, her parenting, like I said, even before Jodi, it was still like almost bordering on like, so it's, no, I think it's so ingrained in who she is. I feel like that, but I mean, it's definitely not like a life sentence type charges. All right, so let's see. I never really liked her from day one. Okay, if you look up narcissist in the dictionary, there will be a picture of Ruby. I think there's a good chance. Jennifer said that Ruby has always been a super strict parent and told Daily Mail about a time when Ruby and Kevin brought some of their kids to their house for dinner. After dinner, my kids grabbed some snacks to eat. They offered some to their cousins, Ruby's kids, and she wouldn't allow them to eat any of the snacks. Then Ruby had the gall to say to me, I just can't believe you allow your kids to run amok in your kitchen. I told her it's my house and my kids. She's very pious. Pious? I don't even know what that means. So I don't know how to say it. Pious? Hold on, let me see. Learn something new every day. So it is. You guys probably already know. Sorry, I don't. I don't. Oh, devoutly religious. Making a hypocritical display of virtue. Sincere but unlikely to be fulfilled. Those are all the definitions. Okay. Pious. Pious. That's how I was going to pronounce it the first time too. And it should go with my first instinct. And then I changed and I overthought it. Okay. So devoutly religious. Well, yeah. Well, yeah. All right. Where are we at? Why can't I see where I picked up? Hold on a second. Oh, there we go. I couldn't wait for them to leave. Oh my God. Oh, it's why is that making me laugh in a way? Like, as far as like her being like so annoyed with her, she's like, I can't wait for her to leave. I think that was the last time I saw her. Jennifer wanted to make it clear that her family is not affiliated with Ruby, adding that they have gotten a lot of hate since the arrest. None of us Frankies knew about any of the abuse, she said, adding that she hasn't seen Ruby or Kevin in about a decade. Wow, so she probably separated him from his family too. Think about it. That's what they do. Separate them. To manipulate. You separate them so that all they have is you. Separate them from friends and family, and then all they have is you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you could control them better that way. I'm guessing, because why hasn't their brother, family, Kevin, not have talked to him in a decade? Dang. Jennifer added that the rest of the Frankies looked down on Ruby for starting her popular YouTube channel, 8 Passengers. When they started doing their YouTube channel, no one on the Frankie side of the family wanted to be any part of it. We thought, how can you be taking care of your kids and filming them? Jennifer said. Last week, the Mormon mom at times broke down as she made shocking claims that one of her minor children essayed their sibling and molested several other family members and children in the neighborhood over the years. Seeming to pin the blame for her behavior on her children. Frankie went into horrific detail about how one of her 6 kids abused the other kid. I mean, that's it is so crazy how she's blaming them for for abusing them. She's blaming her kids. Ugh. And one of the most shocking claims, Frankie said that her child had been essaying a younger sibling for years, adding that eventually the two of them began to abuse each other. Yeah, so let's just tie you up and instead of getting you help. Like I said, and I'm not saying I believe that to be true, but even if it was true, why wouldn't you put him in therapy? Get him help. How is doing what you're doing going to help them? It's only going to create more of a monster and it's going to create more of a problem. So either way, it's not, you're wrong. She also claimed her 2 children played a patting game with each other, but did not go into further detail. And then this is just, she said her child confessed to essaying 20 people, including cousins and neighbors. She provided no proof of her sickening allegations. Jennifer said, I don't think there's an excuse for what she did to those children. Those 2 children. I don't believe her kids were the abusers, she claims. I don't believe a word out of her mouth. I don't think her children molested anybody. Look how strict she is with her kids apart from the last year. I don't see how her kids could have molested their cousins as she claims. It just doesn't make sense what she's saying. Hey, Jonathan! What up? Are you working today? Jennifer said that many of the Frankies grew suspicious of Ruby's business partner, Jodi. Jennifer said the family heard that Jodi moved into Frankie's family house between 2021 and 2022. I feel bad for Kevin. He's like almost brainwashed. I feel sorry for him, Kevin's sister-in-law said. Jennifer said that many of the Frankies grew suspicious of Ruby. Oh, I already just read that because it was up there. From what I understand, Ruby really started to change when she became mixed up with Jodi, Jennifer said. A lot of the family is starting to believe that Ruby and Jodi may have more than a professional relationship. I do. I think she does. I got to find that clip. For some reason, I don't know, when I was did you on those clips I was playing of the niece, did I include that or no? About what she said? Was it in there? I'm gonna have to see because I want you guys to hear it because I didn't quote it exactly right. Anyway, Frankie was arrested and charged along with Hildebrandt last month. They've been criticized about their teachings. Okay, let's see. So Jennifer said she heard at some point Ruby and Kevin started to go to Jodi and her company for marriage counseling. It was a cult. Kevin was in a men's group called Connections. He had a checklist of what he needed to do to be better. And if you did, they would praise you. And if you didn't, they would chastise you. We read that quote somewhere else too. Yeah, this too about one of the first things she did was separate Ruby and Kevin. It's almost like the movie War of Roses. How Ruby was living on one side of the house, Kevin was living on the other. Kevin couldn't talk to Ruby unless Jodi was present. Yeah, I think Jodi had a thing for Ruby and was trying to separate her and Kevin. And then he moved out in July. And then at first he lived in a townhouse near the family home where he had a minder. So that was what I read earlier, a minder, whatever a minder is from Connections, that would stay with him at the townhouse and watch over him. Here's the Springville, Utah home where they were living, where Ruby was living on one side, Kevin on the other. Here's where Sherry, the oldest daughter, posted when they got arrested. Oh, this is that. Okay. I read this about Sherry, about how she wasn't, her dad wouldn't talk to her. Remember I read that a little bit ago? He wouldn't take phone calls or anything. And that her dad, she said that my dad thinks he's a horrible person. Because after Ruby was arrested, my husband called Kevin and told him if he needed anything to let him know. Kevin responded by saying gaslighting is real. This is messed up. I've known Kevin since he was 11 years old. He's a good guy. Ruby and Jodi brainwashed him into moving out and abandoning his family. Man. Sherry celebrated her mom's arrest. Said she had been trying to tell the police and CPS for years about this. They finally started. Let's see. Yeah, this rest is same stuff. Oh wait, I have some TikTok. Let's see if there's anything interesting.
And when you come in, I expect you to be washed, your hair fixed,
Dried and put away.
and dressed, and your bed's made. So if you can do all of that in 10 minutes, awesome. If it takes you an hour because you want to take a long hot bath, then get up earlier. But you need to be in the kitchen, ready.
As Eve is upstairs sleeping.
As Eve's upstairs sleeping. It's going to be a big adjustment for Eve. She's our biggest sleeper-inner.
She's got an alarm clock. She won't wake her up. Like, we physically have to go.
It's like she's 17 and she just wants to sleep and sleep and sleep. Oh, Eve! Speaking of Eve, good morning. I made you eggs and pancakes. Good morning, sweetheart. How are you? Can you hear Chad in the background playing the guitar? And when you come in, I expect you to be washed, your hair fixed,
Dried and put away.
and dressed, and your bed's made. So if you can do all of that in 10 minutes, awesome. If it takes you an hour because you want to take a long hot bath, then get up earlier. But
hold on, sorry, this is playing again. Here, I want to try to we'll play some more, but I want to try to find that part in the hold on one second. In the clip that niece, I want to hold on, give me 1 second. Cancel and just give me 1 second.
Insane beliefs, and she would. I know I've mentioned this on text. She would rationalize and told her that I had had an abortion. Duct tape on it. And other than I was sleeping at first, sleeping back, and the balcony that I sleep, it was so bad. I told them when I finally did run, I ran in a church. It's one of the coats sins. And she
Give me 1 second.
Hours and hours. And outside in the winter, in the snow. And this one time in particular, I said no. And that was the
1
day
second.
I walked away. And then I stayed out. I didn't know what to do. After one of the times in bed,
I gotta find this because it's pretty.
when you're like you were saying, these types of extreme are going to murder her.
Oh, just a minute.
Help communication with anyone. Never allowed to go home. Face in the present. Jodi, no one said happy, and this any received presents I didn't receive.
So it's not, I don't think I did play it for you. It wasn't in that one thing I edited, but I have it. Hold on.
That is how steps are being made. And they do. And Jodi was very, very good at that.
Hold on, you guys. Wait, I'm trying to think if I could play something while I'm looking for it. Yeah, keep hoping I'll find it real quick.
Becoming so wealthy, and actually you need saving, and actually now, and then convincing people that actually she's off of she has made so much money off of this.
All right, you know what we'll do here? I'll just try to go through the longer version of the clips I made of the knees, and then I might skip through it until I find that part. All right, 1 second. Let me, so that I'm not just sitting here, you know. Hold on, let me bring it up. Where do I have that? Video file, okay. Okay, so it's somewhere on one of these clips. It's in this clip somewhere, but this
either
is long,
saw
That information, even a little bit younger than that, like
risks or concerns,
whether that be 6, 12, 18, however many. I just want to see that she is held accountable.
you might have, because we talked about this before we started the episode. And then finally, what made you decide to override?
2 of my siblings are married, have children, living
temple marriages.
Temple marriages. Yeah, all temple marriages. Faithful people. My mom was very much the classic homemaker, crafts, cookies.
Hi, Mama
Cook,
Mia.
you know, it was very fun and involved in my childhood. Things started shifting when I hit my preteens, was a colonel in the Air Force. They lived in Tripoli in North Africa for a number of years. And I also want to say, the grandfather that I had was not the father they had. And I know that, or if this has been this type of behavior from the beginning, I don't know.
From what you know, did Jodi have a normal teen? Were Jodi and your dad raised in Southern California? Was it in Utah? And was there anything disturbing or troubling or abnormal about Jodi's teen or young adult years that you're aware of? There's speculations about her that I don't necessarily want to feed. But do you think she had a normal developmental Mormon childhood and young adult years, or do you know anything about that you are able to share?
I don't really know a lot. I know that something that my grandfather told me, because I lived with him. I lived with my grandparents alongside living with Jodi in the beginning, when I first moved, when I was first left in Utah. And my grandfather was also my 8th grade English teacher. And so I've always had a really close relationship with him. He told me that if he could redo the way he raised his daughters, he would, and that he felt like I was a redemption for that.
I'm gonna skip
the couples that she's counseled, there's a lot of wondering whether a lot of her unethical therapeutic practices stem from some sort of repressed same-sex sexuality, which we are LGBTQ affirming on Mormon Stories podcast. But I think it's fair when you see so much hatred towards the LGBTQ community, sometimes that is actually just repressed, same-sex sexuality. Is there any information you have about that, or is that just purely something you can't speak to really?
I can't really speak to it. It's something that, I thought it's all speculation.
Yeah. Okay.
I've thought that since I was a kid.
That what?
That potentially she was queer.
Okay.
And I am queer. So I'm for it. I think it's great. It's real great. Waters are warm. And but I have no idea. She did say something to me when I was living with her that was very strange, because I've known I was queer since I was like 7, and it was like experimenting with girls and friends since I was 7 or 8. And she knew about that, and it was very bad. It was very evil. But then she said something to me. She had this friend, her name's Bev. She said something to the effect of, yes, being gay is evil and, pleasures of the flesh and yada, yada. But if I were to have sexual relationships with my friends, if we were to it would be different, because there's a deep emotional connection there, and that's different. And we were sitting in someone's living room and she said this, and I was just like, what? Yeah, that's called being gay. What do you think gay relationships are like? They are emotional and deep and connective, and yeah. So she did that. That is something that she said to me. Other people were there. I don't know. I don't remember who was there. But that's the closest thing I've ever had where she admitted out loud to anything.
Okay. So maybe let's.
I really do. Hi, Harley Ryder. Especially saying something like that. I mean, it's okay because you think you're special. You're the way you do. I don't know. It's so stupid. Oh, just now when I just see her face, it makes me mad. I feel like she annoys me more than Ruby. I don't know. Something about her seems more evil. Not that Ruby is, some angel, but I'm just saying, I feel like Jodi gives me more bad feelings than Ruby, because I feel like Jodi is the mastermind and she's the one doing more of the manipulating. I feel like Ruby is more trying to find something to follow. You know what I'm saying? Like Lori, almost trying to find something to latch onto and follow. And it would be Jodi is the more her I don't know. I feel I don't know. I was gonna say I feel like her intent is bad, but I still don't know for sure if she's aware. As far as does she really believe this stuff, or is she more like how I view Chad, where Chad is doing it for just power and he knows it's all crap? Or do you guys think that Jodi is really believes this stuff, or she knows she's manipulating and stuff? And I'm sure they're still it's not just black and white, it could be a little bit of both and stuff, but I don't know. I just feel that her intentions are bad. I feel I feel like a part of it maybe she believes in a weird way, but yeah, she also knows what she's doing. Yeah. This thing, hold on a second. I have this over here. Ooh, is that really loud? Sorry. All right, let's see. I want to bring up, play a little bit.
Start getting into how your Mormon life went sideways, and then how Jodi comes into play, if you're comfortable going there.
Yeah. Do you want me to just start, or do you want to ask?
Yeah, jump right in. Yeah. Where did things start to go? Where did your Mormon dream start to go sideways?
Oh man, my
Jodi's involvement. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So when I was 15, my mental health I was really struggling. I was struggling with my relationship with my father. I was struggling with self-hatred. I knew I was gay. I knew that I was queer. That was a huge part of my internalized shame. All
right, I'm not going to.
So OCDs, addiction.
I didn't mean to do that. Well, a lot of those clips I took out, little clips that we watched earlier. So I'm not going to watch all that right now. I might go back and watch a little more of that other one too, the newer one. But let's see. I wanted to go back to the TikTok and see if there's anything new of any of these videos. Let's see here. Worst moments.
We're gonna go see Despicable Me 3, but before we do, I'm only gonna say it once. We're gonna go see Despicable Me 3, but before we do, I'm gonna make sure these kids have something good to eat. So, Boston.
Are you?
And first. Everyone get in line. Here we go. You get back there.
So we're gonna go.
I love that I can talk to my nephews that way. Get in line.
What?
To the back of the line. Get in line. Now go back to the back of the line. Now go back to the back of the line. Make sure you're all through with your banana. Everyone take a second to swallow it.
Are you serious?
I'm worried about Cody.
She like yelling at them like that, and then they each get like a bite of.
Before we do.
All right. Ugh. That one we have watched. Let's see what this one is.
The camera's rolling, so I can't get that mad. Stop crying, or I'm gonna have you go upstairs and you.
Wait, she just said the camera's rolling, so I can't get that mad. Whoa! So it tells you what do you do when the camera's off? You know what I'm saying? What? You told a different person when the camera's off, and when you're not that great when the camera's on. So imagine when the camera's off, how bad it is. Yeah, I saw that, Harlot. Yeah, where they said a dual relationship. But he also was very vague about that, and he almost like a part of it was that she was having a relationship with his wife, not necessarily intimate, but because separately when she's given them marriage counseling, when that is not, you shouldn't be doing that. You know what I'm saying? And then she hired her and she worked for her and stuff. So you shouldn't be having like a relationship if you're doing like marriage counseling as a couple. Like you shouldn't have a and she was like his therapist. She shouldn't be having a relationship with her too, and then working and stuff. So I don't know what if it was more than that. He never really said. He said dual relationship, but did he ever specify then? Because I know he did more interviews that I haven't seen yet. I've seen the first couple where I know he was just on like was it last night or whatever. There's like the Mormon channel. They had like it was like 5 hours, and they had different it was even different days where they had him clipped. But I saw like some of his first stuff he said, and yeah, and then the articles and stuff. They said dual relationship, but then he also went on to say like he explained a little bit of that. So I don't know if it got further than that or not. Yeah, true, Harley, true. All right, let's see what.
You won't have any breakfast.
Okay.
You have to have these and above to have a phone.
Have to neglect the kids, or if she can.
The camera's rolling, so I can't get that mad. Stop crying, or I'm gonna have you go upstairs and you won't have any breakfast.
Okay.
You have to have these.
I can't tell. Let's see. What's this is we watched that already. Let's see.
When you're hungry, I feed you. When it's bedtime for you, little baby, you don't know, but you're screaming and you're tired, you're going down for a nap. You're going to bed. And because it's like, when does that change? When do you stop doing what anything that the baby wants? But then you have a 5-year-old and you're still doing anything that the 5-year-old wants you to do. You start when they're just a little baby. And of course, like, and that sounds so harsh, but it's not that I'm harsh with my baby. I mean, I kiss and I love and I snuggle and we laugh and we play. But when it's nap time, it's nap time. And when the kids are little and I make food that they don't like, then they don't eat. If they don't want to eat what I cook, then you don't eat. If you don't want to go to bed when I tell you you're going to bed, I'm going to stand with you in the corner and make you stand in a corner until you're ready. I mean, I see parents, go stand in a corner, and the kid's throwing a fit. And you're going to stand in this corner, and if I have to stand here with you to teach you how to stand in a corner, that's what I'm going to do for 2 hours of my day until I've never stood in a corner for 2 hours, but what I'm saying is you do it until they know
that that's what they're doing.
There has to be, there's one thing that Bonnie and I are really firm about is that we expect a lot from the kids in the way they act, the way they talk, the way they are. We have high standards and high demands. But in the same time,
they are given
give them
everything.
The world.
You be consistent. You set your rules of what you want and you don't deviate from those.
Never.
When you're hungry, I think.
Wow. Huh, interesting. Now look at this. This was in the group. Here, let me pull. Hold on, I want to show you. I gotta reshare this. This we just posted in the group 2 hours ago. It says, does anyone know about this lady? She and Rudy are the only two listed under the business team tab on the Connections Classroom website. Do you think she could have anything to do with all this, or at least knowledge? Pam Botcher is the president of Connections Foundation. She has a degree in interpersonal communications, a mother of 7 and grandmother of 14. She has served for 6 years of the Tipanogos Symphony Board director and 3 years at the Utah. Huh. Do you guys know anything about her? That's interesting. That's that one. We might watch clips of that. And still this too. But we read that article that covered up pretty much all that his lawyer said. But we'll see. All right, let me go back to TikTok. All right, let's see what else we could find here.
Okay, so give me your opinion.
Kind of good. All the way. Even past all.
You don't like it?
I love it.
It's supposed to be savory.
You put strawberry jam in this?
It said to.
It's just sweet.
Jams.
It said put currant jelly in it.
No, you need savory food, not sweet food.
Strawberry jam is great.
This is supposed to be a savory dish, right?
I don't know.
It's like sweet
I
with
think the
meat
jam
in
is
it.
great.
You just don't appreciate it.
Don't appreciate it.
I think sweet stuff goes into savory stuff all the time.
I like it. It's great.
Meatballs
Thank you.
and
I
strawberries.
kind of like it.
Meatballs and strawberries.
Yes.
Okay, so give me your.
Way too big. No.
On this
No,
pedal.
I don't want to do it.
Why not?
You don't want a bike?
I do want a bike, but I want a different bike. Russell.
Well, why? What's wrong with this one?
It's big for me. Well, it's not too big for you, Russell. Yeah, it is. I could bury my feet on the ground. You're gonna go into it because you're I'm not.
You gotta keep pedaling, Russell.
Way too big. Russell, no.
What's this? Ruby filming her kids having panic attacks at hospital.
No, you really have to leave it on. Honey, the doctor does not want you to take that off. Ben. Russell doesn't want to. He doesn't want to be seen. He's very sad.
No way this is Ruby and Eve. What? No, it's not. That doesn't. What is,
No way.
Wait. Why is it?
No way this is Ruby and Eve.
You say, okay.
I'm just a baby.
But you still had to say, okay, Mom.
I'm just a baby.
No way this is Ruby and
Okay, but so then why are you have it up? It's not. Let's see what this is. Why does his room look like a prison room?
My gosh.
Chad, are you okay? I can't believe he
Survived this.
Well, I was by the window.
Look at all this glass.
Shoot.
I just watched the video that Sherry filmed of the glass break. Chad,
Oh my God.
Chad, are you okay? I can't believe he
Survived this.
Well, I was by the window.
Look at all this glass.
Shoot.
I just watched the video that Sherry filmed the glass break.
I don't know what that's about. What's this?
Now from the top.
Oh shoot. Music. Let's see, Sherry.
You can't come in the kitchen.
Wow, look how
Whatever you want.
You don't feed me, nigga.
look different she looks. Hold on, let me see. Is anyone gonna talk about the audio? Wait,
You don't feed me, nigga.
Are you hungry?
what do you mean? I don't know. It's weird.
Go to the store. Stop. Just stop.
It's true.
Just stop. No, that is not true.
True.
See all the food going on in the kitchen today. I am going to the grocery store this afternoon.
There's nothing to eat.
Yeah, I need to go to the store. Stop. Just stop.
It's true.
Just stop. No, that is not true.
True.
Can you see all the food going
I
on
agree, Harlot.
today? I am going to the grocery store.
Yeah.
There's nothing to eat.
Yeah, I need to go to the store. Stop. Just stop.
It's true.
Just stop. No, that is not true.
True.
Can you see all the food going on in the kitchen today? I am going to the grocery store this afternoon.
There's nothing to eat.
Oh.
Name.
Kind of already dating someone right now, though. But we've been waiting.
Do I not know this?
No, you do. I talked to Dad about it. You've been in the room. You know her.
Who's it?
I grew up with her.
Name.
Kind of already dating someone right now, though. But we've been waiting.
Do I not know this?
No, you do. I talked to Dad about it. You've been in the room.
Wait, what?
You know her.
Who's it?
I grew up with her.
Name.
Kind of already dating someone right now, though.
Oh.
But we've been waiting.
Do I not know this?
Huh. Stop means to stop, Ruby. I wonder what goes on off camera.
What did you get for Christmas?
Dang, I don't like that. Sometimes when there's music, it's. Hold on, let's do. What's this? What?
Kid, when all they want to do is lay in bed.
Wow.
I'll get you some medicine, okay? Kid, when all they want to do is lay in bed.
Hold on. That wasn't the right.
Kid, when all they.
Why does it have a different one? And then when you click on it, it's something different. What am I missing here? But she's like biting his ear. Like, what?
Kid, when all they want to do is lay in bed. I'll get you some medicine, okay? Kid, when all they want.
Why does it have two separate things?
This is, I don't know what the fuck this is, okay? It's just something sweet for the fucking kids, okay? Damn. This is, I don't know what the fuck this is, okay? It's just something sweet for the fucking kids, okay?
A bedroom for Christmas.
I love principals more than my child. Yikes. That's a really, and that is the truth.
That is the truth.
I love principals more than my child. Yikes. That's a really, and that is the truth.
That is the truth.
I love principals
Wow.
more than my child.
That's crazy. Her stupid principles. Dang it.
When she make that ass.
Why is this all? Why are they all different than what's on?
Abby, do me a favor and try this on.
Here, some
I'm gonna take a bath and then let's
I have a bigger size. Like it's
Who does this? Who does
this one.
so ugly.
What about this one? Abby, do me a favor and try this on.
Okay, I'm gonna take a bath and then let's get.
I have a bigger size.
Like 4 months, Jonathan. Yay! Her energy was always. Oh, wait a minute. StreamYard updated it. They finally did, where it shows up. The member thing. Remember, I was like, they have to eventually. I would hope that they would have to eventually update it where we get to see when you guys post those. It never used to show up on the StreamYard side, so therefore I can never even highlight the comment, and therefore I would miss it a lot of the times because I don't have YouTube side up. But they did it. Yes, I'm excited. Now I get to see these. Anyway, it says her energy was always terrible. It seems, which she wasn't rising her kids with love, but just for selfish vanity for herself. Yes, exactly. You're 100% right on that. And I wonder if this is.
You are not leaving that room until it is clean. But I don't want to clean my room. You are not leaving that room until it is clean. But I don't want to clean my room.
Okay. Ruby embarrassing chat in front of his friends. Let's see.
Do not.
No, of course, it's not that. Wait, why? Do you guys know why that it's doing that? Is that common with TikTok? It will show you a different thing, and then when you click on it, it's something different. That's weird. Let's see.
Hotel. I have no clean underwear. I'm actually wearing your father's. So that's weird.
Okay.
Wearing his underwear today because I have no clean underwear. Hotel.
Oh shoot! I didn't mean to do that. But why? Okay, so why do you need it?
Hotel. I have no clean underwear. I'm actually wearing your father's. So that's weird.
All righty. See if there's any other ones that look kind of interesting. Ooh, what's this? Oh, that's the one about she loves her principals more than her kids. No, that's not. It's just a joke, because obviously. Yeah, I wish there wasn't freaking music. I'll just mute it. Ruby gets mad at Nabisco. Oh, shoot.
Your Oreo cookies, the last 3 packages I purchased, get a thumbs down from me because you have changed your recipe or you've changed the technique in how you do your cookie. Nabisco, I have a word to say. Your Oreo cookies, the last 3 packages I purchased,
because the package
get a thumbs down from me because you have changed your recipe or you've changed the technique in how you do your cookie.
Recipe.
Nabisco?
All righty. Well, I'm sure they're going to listen to you.
What are you looking forward to the most in the new house? For sure, my new room, not my room, mom's room that she's letting me have or use. What are you looking forward to?
Not, they can't even like call it their own room. It's everything is hers. Man, you could tell. This one says you can tell Russell never liked Ruby. Gosh darn it! Stupid odd. The music, or actually, I could mute it. Can I do it ahead of time? Yeah.
Some breakfast. You don't need food. Oh,
Everything that comes
Yeah,
into
you need food.
belongs to who? Yeah. Belongs to me.
Well, we have 6 children. The 2 youngest are showing long patterns of selfishness. Their unwillingness to repent.
Oh my God. Right.
We don't go anywhere.
All right, I can't do the music ones. Because there's a lot of like
that the Christmas morning, their 4 older siblings will be getting Christmas presents to open, and that they will have the gift of love from their dad and
That's so messed up. You give the oldest kids.
Like a couple weeks ago.
I don't think our viewers
You
know.
can't give some people the present.
I'm just.
It's just so wrong that you're gonna punish your youngest kids, and they get to watch the other kids open their Christmas gifts, and they don't get any. That is not right.
Come down here. It's all broken.
Gosh darn it! Why do they all have to have music?
Way too big. Russell, no.
On this pedal.
No, I don't want to do it.
Why not?
You don't want a bike?
I do want a bike, but I want a different bike. Russell.
Well, why? What's wrong with this one?
It's big for me. Well, it's not too big for you, Russell. Yeah, it is. I couldn't carry it for my ground. You're gonna go into it.
That's what I was gonna ask. Does anybody want to come up on panel and chat about your thoughts on this? Anybody? I'll put the link out in the thing, but I'm a little nervous to put it out like in chat publicly. So maybe, I guess I can, just because I'm still getting a lot of crazy people. No, I mean, it's died down, but I still do get some. So if you do, maybe I could email you the link. What's stupid, Jamie?
You gotta keep pedaling, Russell.
Way too big.
Anybody? Come on up, chat with me. It's been a while since I've had anybody come up.
Or some kind of homework, and I didn't really do good on my spelling test.
That's because you never brought your spelling homework home to do it.
Oh, that's what I'm gonna
right?
do.
So
play this.
I make you do your homework, or did I just let you fail?
You let me fail.
Yeah, I did. I just let you fail the whole year, didn't I? And how did that make you feel?
When I saw that I got an E, I was like, what does this mean? And we were like, okay, we're gonna make something up. It means you fail.
Yes.
I'm sure I didn't even know getting a U was possible.
Yeah, because Sherry's always been really motivated, but you're not motivated. That doesn't mean you're a bad student. It just means you work differently and you need different motivation.
Yeah, you need different motivation, so you don't just make them fail. You help them, give them the tools they need because they need something extra instead of just let them fail. I mean, that's so ridiculous. You teach them because they're a kid, so they don't have the tools to do everything or the ability, so you have to help them. You don't just be like, nope, you just fail because, let's say, oh, you didn't do your homework, you just fail. Kids naturally are going to want to like not do their homework and have fun and play. So you can't just expect them to be like an adult thinking like, oh, well, I better do my homework because, I'm going to fail or whatever. When you're a kid, you don't care. You know what I'm saying? You want to go have fun. I don't know. It makes no sense. I get the concept, but it doesn't work with young kids. You can't. Maybe an adult, but they are not capable with their brain. You know what I'm saying? They need help. So they don't know. They don't know about the consequences, and they don't know like real consequences. They don't know. They're too young. They're trying to learn. And yeah, you can't. It's just not helpful. They think you could tell they think, oh, it's going to make their kid, so much more better. But no, it's not. Yeah, they're too young for that. They need to be older to do that. I don't know if I am up. Of course, I am still. Yeah, exactly, spicy lady. 100%. It's like they don't know. They're kids, so they don't know these consequences. They're not thinking like an adult. So you can't just expect them to think like an adult and be like, oh, yep, next time, I'm going to learn. No, they don't know. They don't realize like long term if they So they flunk out of school. How hard it is to get a job without a high school diploma. You know, it is. I know, like, these days the whole college thing is up for debate if it's necessarily like a necessity. But I guess it depends what field you want to get into, but like you try to apply and you don't have a high school diploma, it's going to be hard. Plus, you know, you want to at least learn something, right? Yeah, they're too young. She's expecting them to think like an adult, like adults, and trying to like teach them concepts like that maybe would work for an adult, not a freaking kid. This makes no sense. Does anybody, Jonathan, you don't want to come up? I'm going to finish this, then we're going to do this. Former client speaks out against evil practices of connections. See what they say.
Doesn't it? But this year, it was you who decided you didn't want to feel like a failure anymore, huh? So you're going to be right on top of your homework. And you brought that to me without me.
Or some kind of homework. And
okay, let's watch this. See what this. So this is the KUTV.
Former client who says this is just the beginning.
He believes a lot more former clients will come forward with their stories of both shame and isolation.
Yeah, Paul Nelson tells us more about this part of the story. Paul?
Well, I am also right outside the Division of Professional Licensing. We'll explain why in just a little bit. However, the former client that we spoke with, his name is Trey Warner, and he says that Jodi Hildebrandt was really good at using shaming tactics to pit husband and wives against each other. And he also says that she was very good at convincing people that they were dangerous for other people to be around. The angry comments coming into the Connections Classroom social media pages now are just the beginning, according to former client Trey Warner. He joined a support group at the recommendation of a friend trying to improve his marriage. But after a while, he says he grew more suspicious of what Jodi Hildebrandt was teaching.
It started to feel more and more evil. And I finally, in one of the group meetings, I got up and I just said, this is off.
Warner claims Hildebrandt would use shaming tactics to turn husbands and wives against each other, adding that she would convince men that their impure thoughts made them dangerous to their families. He says he saw one case during a group session.
There was a man that had successful business that believed that he was a danger to his wife and his family because he didn't have to take as a woman. Like if he saw a beautiful woman, he would see and he'd look again. This guy got his own apartment and separated from his family because he was a danger.
In some cases, Warner claims husbands were separated from their families for so long, they were considering suicide.
They felt so sick and like such a failure that they just felt like they shouldn't be here anymore.
The self-help videos on the Connections Classroom website have been removed by YouTube. The Division of Professional Licensing has an open case against Hildebrandt, and her license is active. However, Division Director Mark Steinigel says they are allowed to revoke a therapist license if they believe harm is imminent.
Our harm would
just
be physical harm, especially in mental health therapy.
Steinigel says the investigation process can sometimes be a lengthy one.
How can you assure the public that when a complaint comes in, it isn't just brushed aside? Yeah. I wish that I could help each member of the public to watch when they receive a complaint.
I was skipping like that.
To Jodi Hildebrandt's attorney, we asked them for any kind of comment about these accusations, and those requests have not been returned yet. Reporting live, Paul Nelson, KUTV 2 News.
Let's see this. It says,
all right, let's go in depth here on a topic we have talked about a lot here at KUTV 2 News. Despite the fact that Jodi Hildebrandt and Ruby Franke are still in police custody, Hildebrandt's website is still up and taking appointments. So why hasn't her therapist's license been suspended? Since she's been booked for child abuse. Paul Nelson has been looking into this and spoke with some folks about why her license is still active at this point, even though she's in jail in Washington County. Paul, what did you find out?
It is still, wow.
Well, from what it sounds like with the division of professional licensing, it could be that her license won't be active for much longer. We do have officials from Doppel that say that they are working with law enforcement and also with the judge in this case to figure out what needs to happen when it comes to the license. And they are working for a resolution as far as that is concerned. However, they have two options in front of her right now. One of them is she could just sign away her license, have it be revoked on her own, which officials don't think that that's going to happen. But the other thing that could happen is that she could agree to limit her ability to treat patients. But at the same time, though, it's hard to say if her lawyers will agree to that also, because they actually need to prove imminent harm, and her lawyers might argue that, hey, look, she's actually in jail, so there's no imminent harm possible. So they are still working on a resolution, and it looks like they're working pretty hard on it, but it hasn't happened quite yet.
There are provisions in the Administrative Procedures Act that let us pursue an emergency action if there is imminent harm to people, and so that's something we consider with our attorneys.
Now, that was Division Director Mark Steinigel, and about what exactly does it take for them to just decide to remove the license on their own if they needed to just kind of move unilaterally, as it were, in order to keep that license.
So, Paul, can't they just do that, though? Can't they just revoke her license? Do they not have the power to do so if they want to just take it on their own? But what else would they need to do to prove anything before they can do that?
Yeah, they do have to prove it. It's kind of like the due process, and it's not necessarily as strict as a criminal case where it has to be beyond a reasonable doubt. But they do have to have proof. If they just have allegations, then that doesn't work. However, if they have several allegations of abuse, then that can actually lead to a pattern where they could decide to go ahead and take it on their own. But as he mentioned, it does require imminent harm has to be coming, but it doesn't necessarily have to be physical harm. Matter of fact, they even said that if her advice could lead to actual mental health harm to somebody, then they can go ahead and decide to make that decision on their own. However, for right now, they have given her those two options, and if she refuses those two options, then they can kind of take matters into their own hands, as it were.
Paul Nelson live for us tonight, looking into the licensing for Jodi Hildebrandt.
So I brought up her website. Let's see. Well, let me erase some. Let me get rid of some of this, and then that actually is a pretty good. Hold on 1 second. That's a pretty good article, really. Okay, so let me switch. Let's look at the website. I'm just curious. I haven't actually looked at it. Spicy lady, I'm too much of a pushover for my family. I often cook a choice of dishes for mine per meal as I raise 6 kids too, but a reasonable way to handle picky eaters is let them have cereal or PB&J. I changed my name back. Crash Landing has been hauled away. Oh, yay! Batman's back. Okay, so connections. Here is that's still up. Create joy in your life and relationships. Learn to successfully navigate life with Jodi Hildebrandt. Oh my God. Transform your pain. Transform with Jodi. Choose the life you want to have. Exchange your confusion for clarity. Yeah, let me make this a little bit bigger so you guys could. Does real change seem out of reach? You're a mom who doesn't feel good enough, and you're just trying to survive another day with your child. Trying to survive another day like it's like some kind of war or something. You're a husband that gave up on your marriage a long time ago. You're a teen young adult who has been paralyzed by anxiety, depression, and addiction. You've gone to multiple therapists for yourself or your child without experiencing any real results. You have the power to choose what the story of your life is going to be. Empower your life with training that is built on principles of honesty, responsibility, and humility. Connections offers training that takes self-improvement to a whole new level. Start empowering your life with these training options. Empowering Joy membership is $21 a month. Join the Empowering Joy community live on Zoom every Saturday. Get 24/7 access to Connections digital library, which includes 50 plus videos of Jodi's live training sessions, retreats, and self-care digital course. Men's and women's teams, $75 a week for 75 a week. Wow, for 3 months. Meet with a group of men or women for 90 minutes each. For 90 minutes each week. So you get like an hour and a half each week to empower each other to heal and change. Jodi Hildebrandt, MS, moderates each team and provides live training and feedback on your immediate situation and needs. One-on-one training with Jodi, $181 a month. Meet with Jodi one-on-one for 50 minutes to get personal help and feedback on your unique situation and needs. Dang, I should join just to see you guys. We can check it out. I don't know. Should we try or no? Are you ready to feel empowered? Hello, I'm Jodi Hildebrandt. MS, your mental fitness and relationship expert. I have spent over 25 years working with people just like you to help facilitate positive and powerful change. I began practicing in the psychotherapy world, and my patients were not healing. When I began empowering people by educating them with principles of truth, learning to be honest, responsible, and humble, I saw my patients radically change right in front of me. Actually, let me make this a little bit bigger. There we go. Can you guys see it now? Yeah, that's better. You don't have to be a victim to your circumstances or the people around you. You can have the life you want, but you must dispose of distortions, ugly lies in order to live in truth, connection, and freedom. Start your training with Connections to work on the foundations necessary to uncover the truth. You have the power to make positive and long-lasting changes that can transform your life and completely change the path that you're on. Oh, here's the reviews. They've empowered hundreds of men and women of all ages to create joy in their life and relationships. So 5 stars, Stacy. After reading reviews, I was interested to give Jodi a try. You can read reviews all day long and hear recommendations until you are so confused on what to do. But the only thing that will work is giving this a chance with an open and honest heart. I have battled with feeling enough in all aspects of my life. My body, my relationships, my work. I can honestly say that after taking this class and learning these principles, I understand that it's not about being enough. We're always enough. If we can get rid of distortion or lies that make us feel not enough and hold on to the truths that never change, then we can live in peace and have real happiness. The only way you'll know is to give it a try. I promise that if you'll come with an honest, humble, and responsible approach, your life will change for the good. It is so freeing. It is such an amazing feeling. My relationship with my husband, kids, and all of that I interact with has improved and become so connected. These principles are game changers. And they allegedly innocent. Yeah, this scares me to death. Healthy therapy builds on your own strength. This website is saying you'll be well if you do what she says to do. This is good old-fashioned manipulation. 100%. I agree. What do you think? What's your opinion? Should I join just to see what it's all about? Not because I believe in it or anything, just to like see her manipulation? Or no? I'm just saying if I join, I would do it with you guys and we would see what it's all about. Or do you think, no, that's not a good idea? I don't know. I'm tempted. Give at me, man. Wow, yeah. So this other review says, the principles and support taught through Connections has given me the words to identify the things in my life that were causing me pain and disconnection. the tools to help me begin to change, and the support I've needed to strengthen me and give me hope amidst the discomfort of making those changes. I recommend with all my heart. These are all 5 stars, another 5-star. This was the first connections class my husband and I have attended, and it really opened my eyes to new ways of seeing things. Words we are familiar with, such as being honest, responsible, and humble, take on more meaning than ever before. Instead of being abstract concepts, I'm learning how to actually practice living them in daily life. I feel like this is just the first step in a new journey. Even though I've studied a lot and taken parenting classes before, this takes parenting and self-improvement to the highest level possible. I highly recommend it for parents of all ages and stages in life. I'll end up clicking on some of this stuff up here. I just want to go down and read it all and then see when you click on it what it says. It is, Jamie, next month, October 11th. Jeremiah, too much broccoli. Yeah, you're funny. Successfully navigating your life and relationships with clarity begins with you. Transform your pain into joy. So gather weekly to learn with Jodi. Saturdays, you'll be given a framework to see your life and relationship clearly. You will also gain the confidence and tools you need to change. Choose the life you want to have, men's and women's teams. It's the $75 for 3 months. She will help you communicate openly and honestly about where you have been and where you are now. With Jodi's guidance and the support of others on your team, you will be equipped to confidently choose the life you want to have. Ooh, exchange your confusion for clarity. One-on-one training with Jodi. If you've gone to multiple therapists and left feeling more confused, Jodi can offer you a different modality of healing that is grounded in principles of truth, being honest, responsible, and humble. She will help you go below the surface of your struggles and help bring your perceptions and emotions into reality. You'll be given the tools you need to move through life with confidence and clarity. Join a growing community of individuals and families who are experiencing the power of being honest, responsible, and humble. Yeah, I'll make sure. No, I definitely won't. I just was talking about like joining just to see the to understand all the manipulation and see what it's all about. Not because I like wanna that I think it's gonna help. No way. It's definitely manipulation. Okay, let's see. Oh, 23rd, Crystal. Okay. Oh, I don't know anything about it, Sue. I'll have to look into it. Jacqueline. Okay. Yeah, it says your diagnosis doesn't define who you are. Life doesn't have to be exhausting and confusing. Your teenager's out of control behavior isn't just a phase. That's a messed up thing right there, that statement. Yeah, it definitely could be a phase. Teenagers go through, the hormones and oh lordy. Well, you are not helpless. You can change, and Jodi will be there every step of the way to guide you on your journey of healing and creating joy in your life and relationships. Oh my Lord. Transform your pain into joy. Choose the life you want to have. Exchange your confusion for clarity. Let me see if when I click on it where it takes you. Oh, learn to successfully navigate life with Jodi. So you have empowering joy. Oh, it shows you the digital course, retreat, self-care, $21 a month. This is $75 a week. So this is all the whole principles of truth. Mental fitness and relationship expert. Oh, but you're a relationship expert, yet you're single. Which there's nothing wrong with being single, but I mean, just everything together with her, it's obviously. Hell, I am going through a phase right now, and I'm on my 40th anniversary of my last teen year. AKA 60. Oh, that's funny. Okay, Sue, I never heard of it. So this says, I have spent over 25 years working with people just like you to help facilitate positive and powerful change. I began practicing in the psychotherapy world, and my patients were not healing. When I began empowering people by educating them principles of truth, learning to be honest, responsible, and humble, I saw my patients radically change right in front of me. You don't have to be a victim to your circumstances or people around you. You can have the life you want, but you must dispose of distortions, ugly lies in order to live in the truth, connection, and freedom. Long lasting changes, transform your life now. So you have insiders, get your questions answered on Volley with Jodi and Ruby. Oh, here you go with Jodi and Ruby Franke. 24 access to our online community. Then you have Masterclass. It's the best-selling course. Transform your mental health and relationships in 6 weeks. $218, including digital videos and physical workbook. Then you have the parenting class. Learn how to connect meaningfully and parent effectively in 5 weeks. Comprehensive guide to parenting. 218. So these are both 218, but this is just you, like a mental health. So this is like a for yourself, and then this is for the parenting. Connections is such an amazing program that gives and just keeps giving. It's such a beautiful process to learn and grow through all the men and women that enter this program. You know what? I'm nervous about the music because I got a copyright on my last live because of the music. Let me see how. Well, maybe if I talk. Okay, I'll just talk a little bit. Hopefully, it won't be a problem. I hate how you could talk over music and you still get copyrighted sometimes, but hopefully more. Okay. So I wonder how these people are thinking now, you know? I wonder. This is hard to talk the whole time when it's probably annoying. Let me see. Privacy, media. Let's see, media. Videos create join your life. Oh. Oh, look, the video is no longer available because the YouTube account associated with this video has been closed. All right. Let's see. Meet. Oh. No, why is that just music? Oh wait, where is it? Okay. No, it's not. My style is compassionate yet direct and clear of what is necessary to fully change and champion any addictive or self-destructive behavior, whether it is addictions, feelings of worthlessness, and addiction. I don't know. Are you guys bored with me reading all this? I'm tempted to join one of them to see, but I don't know. I don't want to be like associated with it then or get like. So here's the mission statement. We invite and encourage healing and facilitate personal growth through impeccable honesty, rigorous personal responsibility, and vulnerable humility. Look, you have 8 passenger Gmail. Ruby Franke. Let's see. Armin. Oh, let's see what this is. Videos. They're probably all. Yeah, because that's not. Because the. All right. I'm trying to see which one. I want to check it out. Let's see. Let's see what this is. I just want to. Hold on 1 second. Let me see what it did. See how it downloaded. See what the transcripts all have. So here's the chemical thing that we just downloaded. Can you use caffeine in truth? Oh my lordy. In truth. Well, let me do. There, that should be good, yeah. How does caffeine or any other substance or liquid or material affect your body? You're responsible for your body, and you're responsible to watch your motives as to why you do what you do with your body. Listen to the upcoming podcast and decide how you use substances such as caffeine in your body. So this is just the transcripts to that. Oh my God. So one dilemma I'm facing right now is caffeine. I've been an avid coffee drinker, and for some years now, I've started to realize that may not be aligned with the principles of truth. Sometimes I'll even indulge in a Monster energy drink. However, I've heard rumors that Monster is from the devil. That sounds a little dramatic. Any help on this? Does caffeine align with principles? It will be hard to quit if it doesn't, but I'm willing to live in truth. Are you serious? Caffeine's the devil, guys. Oh my God. It's so ridiculous that it's fun. It's almost comical. Okay, so caffeine. Let's go to principles instead of saying yes, no. Caffeine is living in principles. It's not. Wait. Yes, no. Caffeine is living in principles. It's not. So I would invite you to think of your life from a place of principles. Remember, principles is what Ruby said she loves more than her kids. So anything that you think, anything that you feel, anything that you choose to engage in behaviorally, such as putting something into your body, it is your responsibility to assess all of that for, is this true? For, is this honest? Is this responsible? It's probably going to be your biggest one. Is this responsible? And am I being humble? PN, what up? Patronus, what up? Party's here now. No. Okay. Yeah, okay, so am I being humble? Am I open? Am I curious? Am I thoughtful? Am I willing to consider that this may not be something that is truthful? Is it appropriate for my body, such as whatever? Such as whatever? What? I want to just see what the heck. Okay. Where's she going with this? I know people who are diabetics and their whole diet has to change. So what is appropriate for me to eat is not in truth for them to eat. So it's a matter of your motive. And that's what I'd invite this young woman to realize, your motive. When you say Monster drinks are the devil, it tips me off to your motive. You don't seem sincere because there's no correlation to Monster drinks and the devil. So I don't know your sincerity. Well, wait, who said that Monster? Who said that the devil? I'm confused. Let's talk about motive of caffeine. So I know that the substance of caffeine has nothing to do with truth or distortion. Now, if you were to be looking at crack cocaine, then yes, that substance would not be in truth. because of what it does to your body. Or meth kills your body. Meths eat your body from the inside out. So you would have to look at what you're putting into your body and assess the health benefits or destructiveness of what this substance would be doing to your body. So again, someone who has diabetes, if they were eating a lot of carbs, sugars, they eventually could have dire consequences as a result of those choices of putting those substances in their body. Is sugar of the devil? No. Are carbs in distortion? For some people, they are, because for some bodies, they have an aversion. They have a resistance to those substances. So this is all about motive, and your ability to think through your motive, your ability to be honest about your motive, your willingness, which is humble, your willingness to be responsible for your body. So that is the answer for this person's question. So am I willing to pay attention to my motive and put things in my body such as caffeine, meat, and vegetables? Whatever you choose to put into your body is your responsibility to monitor that. Pay attention to that. Ask yourself honest questions about that and be responsible for what you know and the reality of what you know, and be responsible for reality of what you know around your body. This is making absolutely no sense, which doesn't surprise me. But like you were saying before, they do have to have some things that make sense to pull you in, to draw you in, and then they manipulate you with, the crazy things too. But there has to be something that draws people into these things. But this is like not, I mean, what is she even, I don't even understand what she's even trying to say. You guys? So stupid. Okay. It's not the principle of caffeine. It's the principle of loving, honoring, respecting this beautiful gift that God has given you. And if you are aware that drinking caffeine is not a good match for you, it harms your physical body, I would invite you to live in truth and not put it in your system. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm over this. I can't. There's too. Let's see if there's hold on. Wow, look how many. It's all the podcast, the transcripts for it. Let's see what books. Wow. So she sells some books. Yeah. So I wonder if it just dropped, like her business just like totally dropped. Everybody or do you think there's still people that are supporting it? Mental health support individuals. Let's see here. Anger is your ally. Oh, I want to see something. Let's see what the rest. What is this one? This is. Hold on a second. Oh wait, let's see what this is. I don't know, guys. What do you guys think? Yeah, I don't think I want to join just to see what it's all about. I don't even think I want to do that because I don't want to be like connected to that at all. I feel like actually, let me see. Hold on. You're not gonna be able to hear that. I'll have to go over here. All right, hold on 1 second. Go watch a little bit of that. The Long Crime. Have you guys watched that? Hold on 1 second. Let me see. Yeah, we can watch a little bit of that. Let's see. It's because it's only 8 minutes. Yeah, let's watch some of this. Let me put it on. No, not the yet. There.
Busy. He's struggling, trying to make.
How's your client? How's your client doing right now?
He's busy. He's struggling, trying to make sense out of what's happened to him in the last 13 months, and kind of coming out of a fog.
So, in other words, he was completely taken off guard by these allegations, completely shocked.
Absolutely shocked.
Where was he when he found out?
He was at work.
And how did he find out? He found out on the news. Did someone call him?
He got a call from Ruby.
He got a call from Ruby Franke.
Correct.
You mean while she was after she was arrested?
Before.
Can you elaborate on that?
Sure. She had heard what was going on and knew they were coming for her and called him and said, "This is an emergency." Even though she hadn't reached out to him for months and months and months before that, she reached out to him when it was an emergency, knowing she could rely on him to help his kids.
So, in other words, you're saying she knew the police were coming to arrest her. She calls Kevin to say, take care of the kids. How did she know the police were coming? Because, again, the reporting indicates is that her son had escaped that house and called and went to a neighbor, and that's when the authorities were alerted. Do you know how she knew they were coming?
I would never want to predict anything that she might know. Kevin doesn't know. He doesn't know. I don't know how she knew what was going down. All he knows is he got a text from her that said, "Emergency, I need to speak with you."
Oh, wait, they must have clipped a part out because this is just a short version of it. But we'll watch this, and then if you guys want to watch the longer one.
He was at work and text back and said, "I'm at work. What's up?" And she said, "I need to speak to you immediately."
And then they spoke on the phone.
Correct.
And that's when she told him.
Well, actually, I think most of it was, they did speak on the phone.
So they spoke on the phone. And when she told him that the police were coming, what did he say?
She actually didn't say that. She just said, "You need to get down here."
You need to get down here. And what did he say about that?
Petronas, are you talking about the Adam Steed guy that was on that Mormon stories, I think it's called, or whatever? I gotta see what the channel's like called. We were watching that channel earlier with Jodi's niece. Is that who you were talking about? I was gonna play maybe some clips from that, but we did read like a kind of summary of his story. Or is there a different one? Oh, okay, it's the same one. Yeah.
that.
And he said, down where? And when she told him that she was in Ivans, he responded and said, what are you doing in Ivans? And was told,
Ooh, I might, you guys, I still have Dark Sea. Are you here, Dark Sea? I still have the package she sent me from Australia. So I'm a little bit hungry for something salty. There's some chips. I might like eat one of them. I'll show you. Because I've been eating some of the stuff and I haven't done the video yet. I'm gonna go get a couple of them. And Dark Sea, if you're there, I'm gonna try some of your chips. All right.
and told him that kids were down there. Some of the kids were down there and he needed to come down. And he said, well, how long have you been in Ivans? He wasn't even told that she had taken the kids to Ivans.
Let me unpack that a little bit. So first of all, their current status, were they separated?
Correct.
They were separated, I read, for 13 months. So they weren't living with each other. How much was he seeing the kids?
Ooh, wow.
Almost not at all. Actually, not at all.
Why is that? Why is that?
Because she told him it was better that they needed to work on their marriage and needed to keep their family together, but that everything was better off with him not in the home and not communicating with the
children. Oh, Shane, are you here? You like these, or Peyton? Hold on. So the first one I'm going to try is, so these are from Australia. I'm telling you, I tried some of the like sweet snacks the other day, which maybe I will later. Sometime I'll try them. Your guys' food is so much better. I feel like these cookies were like the quality. It's like I feel like it's so much better than ours. I was like amazed. Okay, so this is burger. No, I want to do this one first. Honey soy chicken chips. I haven't tried any of the chips yet. So yeah, Dark Sea sent me like a huge package of like all kinds of Australia stuff. Just look like a regular chip. Mmm. Ooh, it's like a sweet. Oh, that's so good. I love it.
Why were they separated? What was the catalyst?
I probably shouldn't go into that. That's pretty private.
Mm-hmm.
But let's just say they were. They had a difference of opinion about their family.
Parenting? I know you can't talk about it, but is it that kind of where we're going?
Correct.
Mm.
Okay. So let me again.
You know what these remind me of? Those Hawaiian. Have you guys ever had that? They're in a purple bag. I used to get them all the time. I loved them. They're Hawaiian something, and they had like that sweet taste to them. Hawaiian. Dang, I forget what they're called. Hawaiian something. You guys know what I'm talking about? This is what the flavor tastes like. I used to love those. Oh, thanks, Sammy. Okay. Oh, 1 second. Okay. Now, as far as the next one, that turtle burger rings, I don't know if these don't really sound like something I would even like if we made them. I'll try one. Those are good. Why is your guys' food so much better than ours? I'm trying to really taste if it tastes like a burger. Dang. I'm not a big chip fan. Like, I usually am more of like a sweets. I don't eat like a lot of chips. But oh my God. Okay, that is delicious. All right, I'll press play and then.
And their own personal dynamic.
Okay. So he was living separate from her. Was he calling the kids? Because I think what a lot of people are looking at this and they're wondering, well, what did he know? So he might have been living separately from her for 13 months. He wasn't calling the kids, checking in on the kids, seeing how they're doing.
I totally understand that. That was the big question.
Oh, sorry, did I not say the one was called Burger Rings, Big Burger Taste? The other, I didn't say the names. Hold on. The other's called Red Rock Deli, Honey Soy Chicken, Deli Style Potato Chips. Made in Australia. I can get, oh, these are so good. Man, these are good. Oh, yeah. I better save room for the rest of them. Okay, 1 second. I have a clip here too. Okay. So the next one is Twisty's Chicken. Life's pretty straight without Twisty's Chicken. Let's see. Mama Mia, do you know this stuff? Because you're from Australia. Are these stuff you've had? A little twist? Almost like the shape of like a Cheeto. Like the Cheetos that are, you know how you have the puffy ones and you have these kind of Cheetos? I forget what the difference in the names of the two Cheetos, but you know the Cheetos that look like this, but they're this is cut lighter. Sandra, hey! Why are these all... so good? I like these. These are very subtle. They don't have like a really strong flavor, but I like it. They're very mild, like kind of don't have a ton of flavor, but good. Okay. I'll do one more and play it. Ooh, I think I'm gonna like these. This is another Red Rock Deli, the same brand, and this is sweet chili and sour cream flavor. How are these all like really good? Wow. Wow. I'm impressed, guys. I feel like your guys' is more healthier, and you guys have the stuff listed out differently than we do. So I'm always trying to look, and I'm like, I can't. I have to get used to how it's listed. It's different, so I can't figure out where's the calories. Like it doesn't. I never could. I can't find the calories on any of your packages. What am I? Why can't I find them? Yeah, they're so good. So I've already tried a couple of the cookies. They're excellent. But these chips are like, wow. I am impressed. Like, seriously, I'm not even just saying that. Like, holy crap. Those are good. There's more, but I don't know if these are cookies. I'm not going to open those yet. I don't know if I got any more chips. Maybe I should open. These are like shapes, oven baked shapes. I did have the pizza ones I had. They were good. These shapes. The pizza ones are really good. So these are barbecue ones. I'll open one. Oh, upside down like their content. Wait, are you joking? Okay. Good. Yeah. Let me show you what I tried. Mama Mia, do you know these? The ones I'm eating. Is the stuff you've eaten? Let me show you the 2 sweet ones that I tried already that are excellent. And there's still a bunch more that she sent that I haven't got to try. Well, oh, it says hippie soul. Okay, 1 second. I'm going to go get the cookies.
Question on my mind and the big question on a lot of people. If you've read everything that's in the media, he's getting raked over the coals for that. But what people don't understand is that he was trying to preserve his marriage. He was taking direction from her. She's the one who asked him to leave the house and indicating that in order for him to be able to get back together with her and be a family,
Sorry, I
that
keep pausing
she
it. Okay. So these were so good. Arnett's iced Vovo, smooth pink fondant, a sweet jammy raspberry flavor topping, and a sprinkle of coconut, which I usually don't like coconut, but I love this. A true Aussie icon, Arnett's. Mama Mia, do you know this? Okay. Wait, what do you want, Jamie? You should answer me. I didn't see what the question was. Looks like it's too far up. I don't. Okay. And they're so cool looking. Look. These, I love the texture because they have like a chewy. Kind of like almost like a chewiness because I think it's from the jam. So freaking good. So good. And the other one I tried, Darksea, I'm trying some of your stuff. I love your freaking snacks. They're so good. Your chips were good. Now I'm trying this, the sweets that I'm trying the 2 sweets that I tried the other night. I love. So the other one is a Tim Tam Murray River salted caramel made with irresistible real chocolate. God, this is so good too. So they're like, okay. I love like salted caramel stuff. I love the sweet and salty. Wait. So good. Mm. Mm. It just almost tastes like so much better quality than ours. Mm. And these ones are, see, I tried the Arnett. The chips, the honey ones, oh, the soy and honey. Oh, those are my favorite. They remind me of the Hawaiian something that we have here. Hawaiian onion, or they're in a purple bag. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? And then the Twisties, the sweet chili. These 2, excellent. And then the burger ones, and then the honey soy ones, and the burger rings, which I didn't think I would like the burger rings because, like, we have, stuff like that here, and I don't like the ones we usually have. But God, those are really good. Yeah, way better quality. I mean, I don't know how to like prove it, but like it just tastes like better quality. I don't know how to describe it exactly, but all right, I'm gonna press play while I finish this.
Was requesting that he leave the home and that he not contact them or the children. Later told him that everything was blissful at home. It was so much better without him.
Did he ever believe that the kids were in
I
danger?
feel like I'm about to eat dinner. I'm gonna ruin my dinner.
Doing something to the kids?
He had nothing to indicate that.
So again, I know you're limited in what you can say, but just again, piecing that together, if Ruby Frank told Kevin,
So that's all I'm gonna eat now.
Frankie told Kevin that, you know, it's
We eat
better
dinner
off
so early.
home, and you know that he lived separately from them and not to have any contact. He just took that as okay. That sounds like a good idea.
Man,
or
it's
did she prevent him in any way from seeing the kids? Did he want to see
Even
them?
your gummies, the snakes and the
Emotionally, she
like
was controlling him.
they almost taste like healthier,
Their marriage and valued
but
their
not in a bad way. You know when you get like healthy snacks now,
his desire to be able to get
just not as good, but you could tell they're healthy. Like your fruit gummy stuff, like tastes healthier, but in a good way where it makes it taste better. I don't know, like it tastes like because it's better quality. And I think it says they don't use corn syrup. They use it is. I mean, I think it is healthier. All right. I gotta make sure I go for my walk today. I've been eating too much crap and not walking enough. Got out of the habit when I had like last week I thought I had another blood clot in my lungs, a pulmonary embolism. It felt very similar. And I ended up going to the hospital and it was like inflammation in my lungs, like pleurisy they called it. Like some kind of inflammation in my lungs. So thank God it wasn't a blood clot, but it was so painful. It like hurt when I breathed. Like every breath, it like hurt so bad. It felt like a blood clot. I'm like, holy crap, like I'm on blood thinner. How am I getting a freaking another blood clot in my lungs? I was so freaked out and I waited a couple days and it just got worse. And I'm like, it can't be a blood clot. And it just got worse. And I'm like, I have to go to the hospital. So I went, yeah. And it was like this pleurisy or whatever that is, inflammation in my lungs. So that was painful for like a week. So I wasn't able to go for a walk then because it hurt too bad to breathe. And yeah, I just been getting, yeah. I never even heard of it until I got it. So yeah, exactly, Crystal. Exactly. Australia looks out for their citizens better, like as far as the food. They get better quality. All right, guys. I don't know. I might have to end this and let me see how much longer on this. Wait, when I click on top chat to go live chat, what is fan funny that's new? I don't know. What is it? Now you got me curious. Hold on.
back with the family and
Play this. I'm going to look into that.
marriage. So he was taking direction from her, and her direction was, it's so much better off, and I think we can salvage our marriage if you just, for now, don't have communication with the kids, and I will communicate with you. I'll reach out to you when we need to have communication.
And even though they had a difference of opinion, possibly about parenting, that never gave him a concern to, hey, you know what, maybe I should check in. Because if it seemed like it was a big enough issue for them to separate, it didn't seem like an issue for him to check in on.
Kevin never had any reason to believe that his children were being abused. If he had even one inkling that his kids were being abused and that this separation wasn't for any other purpose than to figure out a way between he and Ruby to.
So that's what it is. You could actually see the if you do the fan funding option, it'll bring up everybody, the super chats and stuff. And it'll only bring up those. Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool. Oh, thanks, Go Batman. Vegemite. I haven't tried that yet. She actually sent me some. That I, for some reason, don't think I'm gonna like that. Wait, why is that? What? Oh, I'm sorry, Jonathan. I've been on for a while. Hey, True Crime Investigates, what's up? Where am I at? Hold on. Thank you, though, Jonathan. I know, and Batman, thank you for the super chats. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, for the Vegemite, that's one that I don't think I'm gonna like for some reason, but just because people, the way they were describing it, it doesn't seem like I'm gonna like that one. But we'll see. I'm gonna wait to do that on one of my videos. I'm not quite ready for that one. Yeah, that's what Soul said. Okay, so let's see. I don't know how much longer. Oh, only a couple minutes.
Reunite their family. He would have been down there in 2 seconds.
Do they
He just
currently
simply had no idea.
He had no idea. He had no idea that this was going on.
No, physical abuse had never been a part of the family. But a lot of the dynamics between he and his wife changed after Jodi Hildebrandt partnered up with Ruby.
Let's talk about that for a second. First of all, before I get into Jodi, do Kevin, your client, and Ruby, have they been talking at all while she's in jail?
The last conversation they had was last Friday. And that's when, during that conversation is when he came to his senses about how he'd been manipulated and deceived.
Are you saying he confronted her about these allegations?
To some degree. I don't know the entire contents of the conversation, but his discussion with me was that during that conversation, things were said that made him realize how he'd been deceived and misled. And as I told you earlier, he didn't even know the kids were in Ivan's.
You just said that he knew that that Ruby and Jodi were working together.
Correct.
So how was he that shocked if he knew that they were working together and maybe she had brought the kids with him? I mean, did he not think that perhaps Ruby had taken the kids to Jodi's house?
Typically, she would tell him something like that, but she didn't. She'd had the kids down there from about late May, I think maybe June, until this all came about. And she didn't tell him one thing about taking the kids to Ivan's.
You know what, guys? How do you guys, I'm old. I know this is gonna show my age or whatever. Maybe I'm just not up with the whole other social media. So I've never posted anything on Instagram. I started the zavgirl one like during Kylie. How do I post? Hold on. I want to make sure I'm on the right one. Am I? No, wait, I'm on the wrong one. How do I post, like, if I want to like share my video from like my YouTube videos? Can I post those here? Or can you do like a link or no? Hold on, let me see if I could go back to my, I need to start doing that, but I can't even figure out how to go to my other account. Oh, great. How do I go? Hold on, I want to try to log on to my other one. I don't know. I'll have to figure this out. But do they let you share links for, like, if I wanted to share a link for my YouTube, or no? You can stream live too. It's the same by adding a destination on StreamYard. Okay, but what about like for me to share my YouTube videos? Like if I like, can you share a link? Not going live on it, but just share a link so they click on it and go to the YouTube, or no? I need to start using my other platforms now that I'm trying to get my channel going again, because my algorithms and everything, it's just my channel's just all messed up now. But why can't I figure out how to go onto my other account? I was on zavgirl, now I'm on my personal one, which, dang it, hold on a second. I don't know how to go around too much in my I haven't used it much, like to post anything. Yeah, I've used it to look up things. I don't know. I can't figure out how to log on to my other account. I'll do that off the live stream, but this is making me mad. I just wanted, hold on one second. Websites. Oh, log out. Okay, so let me log out of this and I'll log into my other one. Oh, I don't. Shoot, I don't remember what my. Dang it, I don't remember anything about like password or anything for my Zav. Let me try that. No. Great, I'm not going to be able to get back in it because I don't know any of the. I don't even know what. I don't even know what my username is for. Is anybody a member of my Instagram, zavgirl? What is my name on it? Email, I think I used. Let me see, hold on, just follow. We noticed unusual activity of your account, so we logged you out. That's why. I was wondering because I was logged into that. Is that normal to get unactive or unusual activity? I don't know what. Do you guys ever get that? Whatever that means. Let me see. You guys, is anybody a member or join my Instagram? Can you see if it's still there? Because it's saying, or the page may have been removed. Why would my page be removed? That makes no sense. Can somebody go see if I'm still there? So are you a member? What the heck? They removed my Instagram for some reason? I guess I lost my Instagram. I don't know. That is a good reason. Have a great day. Oh, really? Well, what the heck? That's messed up. Why would they have taken away my Instagram? Hold on, let me see something. Yeah, what? I mean, I don't understand. Hold on, let me see. Oh, you found it, Anthony? Hold on a second. Why isn't it not letting me? Thank you. Thank you. But wait. It's still not letting me log in though, but thanks. So it is still there. I just need to learn how to log into it. I'm going to start posting on that if I could figure out how to log in. Let me see. It won't let me, like if I do to replace I forgot my password, it won't let me. It's saying the link's broke or something. Thanks, Jonathan. Thank you. Think you might be going back later to stream so I can catch you when you're already home? I don't know. No, I'm probably not going to stream again tonight. Maybe tomorrow. Thursday, I'm going to do the one with Juliet. Hopefully, to read the text with for the Courtney Clenny case. Hold on, let me find. Oh, you guys check out True Crime Investigates Delphi. A documentary video that I shared in the community tab. It's really good. Hold on, I'm looking to see if I wrote it down. This is making me mad. I could probably end this stream. I could do this offline. I'm glad I didn't know because you helped me out to find it. But now I got to figure out why I can't log on. And I'm trying to find if I wrote down my password anywhere. Instagram. Okay. Let's see if this Instagram password works. I have one written down, but come on, work. Yes, it worked. Okay. All right. Okay, 1 second, guys. I'm going to start. Oh, so the question is, I'm going to try to figure out if I could share, because I just need another way to share my YouTube videos and stuff. Yes. So I don't know. Let me see. So if I post, let me see. You could post. Let me see what you could post. How do you explore? Hold on. That's messages. Create. So do you go under create, guys? Hey, Sheep Builder. Is it create? I don't want a video. Does it have to be pictures, huh? So that's what I just want to know. It's just zavgirl with no space, Jonathan. So do you have to, is it like posts or just a picture? So you really can't post a link? Like, let's say I'm doing a new video. Can I post a link to it is what I'm trying to figure out. It pushed A. I did that. What do you mean, Sandra? I don't know. I wish I understood this. I don't think you can for some reason. I just want to be able to post links when I do something, but it doesn't look like you can. But you can put it in your profile. Oh. I don't know. Well, I was just trying to get something where I could try to build my channel up a little bit, but I guess, yeah, I'm not gonna, if I do a video so people know I'm live, because people are saying they're not getting their notifications on YouTube, so then I could do it, but yeah, I guess you can't. That sucks. Man. And I'm trying to do it in my profile, but editing your links is only available on mobile. Editing your links is only available on mobile. Visit Instagram app and edit your profile to change the websites and is the websites is where you put your YouTube or in your bio, I wonder. Hold on a second, guys. I'm staying on in case I have a question. You guys can help me. Because I suck at this crap until I get used to it. All right, so copy. Let me see if I could. Okay, let's see if I just put it. I don't know if this is in the right place to put it. Let's see. In the bio or no? There's got to be a different in the website too, but who even goes to their bio though? Do people even do it? You know what I'm saying? When you go to Instagram, do you usually go to their bio? And then I guess so if you want to select a. But wait, can you write anything when you do, like, let's say it says select, so drag a photo and you select a photo. Can you write like put any like text in it? When I select a photo, is it gonna let me put a like to write something? I don't know. I'll have to mess around. So if you see some like just random posts on my Instagram, that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to figure it out. Yeah, see, the bio thing, it doesn't even link. I have it up there, but it's not even a link thing. That kind of sucks. Oh, yeah. All right, guys. I'm going to go probably eat some dinner and then go for my walk. The pic. Oh, wait. I just did it on my phone. Just drop the link and the caption of the pic. What's the caption? Where do you do the caption? Hold on. So is it better to do it on your phone? Here, let me see if I just do some random thing. I'll do like I'll do my thumbnail and then try to do the caption. The thumbnail for today. Let's see. Okay, so post, select from computer. Let's see what it lets me do. Download. Oh, do that. Okay. Wait, why is it? It's like it's not the same format as crop. Okay. Oh, there we go. It's not. How do I make it smaller? Oh, there we go. Okay, I got it. You can make it. Okay, so then where do you put the caption? Let's see. Do you have to post it first, Anthony, and that True Crime Investigates, and then you add the caption, or do you add the caption before you post it? You know? Let me see. Next, let me see if it lets me. No, I don't want any filters. Oh, there we go. There we go. Thanks. Okay. Yeah, I'll just do it that way for now. Thanks. That might help. Since people are, until the algorithm and people start getting notifications. I know that's just a part of the problem. There's more. It's bigger than that, but at least that could help a little bit. Okay. All right, cool. I just there. Thanks, Anthony. That's gonna. Cool. All right. Thanks. I'm gonna start posting a few things. I want to post that one Courtney Clenny video that I did. The first one to get people maybe interested in the case because it's, I don't know, it's pretty good. Interesting. All right, guys, I'm gonna end this. Thank you for the help, and yeah, go check out True Crime Investigates video. We might be doing something this weekend. You said I still have to look into those videos to see because I am lost on any new victims. But all right, let me end this stream. Bye, guys. Oh, Patrona. It's just zavgirl. It's just zavgirl with no space. Right? I mean, that's what I see when I, yeah. Do you not see it? Here, let me see if I could send a link to it. What if I do this? There. I need to post it in my descriptions now. Yeah. Here, I'll post them in my descriptions, like for the default to load into the description of my videos. Oh, She Builder, I know, I'm sorry. Thanks, Patronus. I spent a lot of time on those. I have to finish. I have more to do. I just took a couple days off. I wanted to do some lives. All right. Yeah, here it is. All right, guys, I'm gonna end this so I'm gonna post a couple things on the Instagram and stuff. But all right, bye guys. Thursday. We're planning on doing it Thursday evening sometime. We're gonna do the me and Juliet are gonna read the text messages between Christian and Courtney. So come check it out. All right, bye.